What's up, gang? This is the GoodBerean. Welcome back. I'm not entirely sure what happened there with the ad break. It was I was doing some additional pre-stream prep while I was I started stream, was doing some initial pre-stream prep, came back to see the ad break still running far after I thought that it would have subsided. So I'm not sure if we got a double ad break or what happened there, but we're here nonetheless, and we are continuing some Blueprints action, day 36. So let's get into it. This is kind of there's a lot of weird things happening IRL and in stream. This is the first time I've been called out IRL for being late to stream. So that's a thing. I don't know if I've ever actually been called out for being late in stream. Maybe one time. I think there was one time someone popped in and was like, "You're late." But as I've often made the excuse, I don't make excuses for being late, because if I'm late, it's usually because I'm cooking and I'm doing my very best to rush and try to get everything settled. So I think we did pretty well in terms of getting started on time today, despite the fact that I had to do a bunch of stuff in between work and stream. But anyway, here we are back in Blueprints land. And as is tradition, we have to do a little bit of a recap. You have your reasons. That's true. That's fair enough. Welcome in, Kat. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Yeah, no, I do appreciate the call out, but we are back trying to figure out what the frick we're doing. It's always a while after, it's been a while since I've played, so I kind of have to recap, mostly for myself, but also I think it's helpful just for everyone to kind of have a quick recap of where we've been and what we're doing. One thing that I guess I'll just recap real quickly, I don't need the notepad for this. So because I did mention in the stream title that I've made a mistake. So if you recall, last time, one of our big gains, or so I thought, was that we actually purchased something from the showroom. The showroom's the shop that's really expensive and everything's dozens of coins, but they also have super strong upgrades. And what we got at the shop last time was a chronograph, which is basically a time machine that lets you rewind time and choose stuff again. I thought that was super sick. I was so excited to use it. And then I forgot to use it for the rest of my runs. And it occurred to me off stream that I think the reason that I forgot is because take a look-see at our inventory here. Take a looky look. What's not here? If your answer was the chronograph, you'd be correct. We do not have the chronograph, which leads me to the rather startling conclusion that the chronograph and other showroom devices are not permanent additions to our inventory. I was under the assumption they would be. I was under the assumption that stuff that's so expensive has to be something that you only have to buy once and then it's there forever. Clearly, that is not the case, which means we're going to have to completely revamp our strategy in terms of how we get a handle on that stuff. I think here's the plan moving forward as far as the showroom goes. Whenever we get showroom, we have to take a look and pay attention to if any of the items give permanent upgrades. If they do, we record them and we plan to get them at a later day. If not, the other items, we basically just have to plot on increasing our capacity to get money throughout the run, and improving our allowance, improving how much money we get for certain bonuses and whatnot, so that we can start to regularly afford those those showroom items, because we can't just like go all out and just like buy one item and then consider that a victory. No, like we have to end up actually being able to use the item too. So we'll see where we end up on that. But let's do our actual recap now. So I guess that counts as part of the recap, but it doesn't include having the notepad up. So I mean, the notepad is like an essential piece of the recap. So we have to consider that. What have we learned? We already knew about this. We did that. We know about the secrets of the aquarium. I don't think I learned anything new from the mailroom that I didn't already know. Oh, we went to the not the observatory, but I don't know, it was the green room that had a lot of windows and a stand-up base right next to the windows, and a plant was leaning up against it, and I made a comment about how that was poor instrument care. But it gave us some information about drafting locations, because one of the drafting books was in there. And it told us a lot of stuff we already knew, but some stuff we didn't. For instance, that her ladyship's chamber we have to enter it from the north. The master bedroom is always on the east wing. I hadn't realized that. The conservatory is only draftable in a corner, and the bookshop is only draftable from a library, which I did know that one. I think that was just about it. There might have been some other stuff that I like wrote down up elsewhere, but that's really the only thing I do remember from last time, is that we got to the conservatory, and we got to the conservatory is what it was called. We got to the conservatory, and we got totally scammed by the showroom. Which honestly, those are some pretty solid takeaways in my book. So let's do our standard route here. So you notice I picked up my allowance earlier. We're gonna toss a coin in the fountain, because my theory is that once we empty the fountain from the pump room, we will be able to we'll be able to just basically recollect all those coins in one fell swoop. So we're basically like storing a coin for one per run for one mega future run. I always love me a shelter, and it does give us a gem right out the gate, which is pretty solid. I think though we have to go shrine so that we can continue to investigate in our experiments, our science experiments. So let me just get my notes up here. Last time, Ryan. Okay, so here's what we found out so far, is that if you pay 1 or 2 coins, you get the blessing of the dancer, which lets you rotate rooms by paying gems. Pretty okay ability, but we're already kind of tight on gems, and so it's very rarely gives the benefit that we're hoping for. Then if you pay 3 gems, it's Blessing of the High Roller, which means we gain a dice every time we draft a shop or gain 5 coins, which is pretty solid. And it did come in clutch a couple of times last time. It's nice getting some dice to do some re-rolls when we need it. So that's nice. But let's see now what happens if we pay 4 coins. High Roller, okay. So I'm just gonna do a quick copy paste here. Might be a little bit of a robust copy paste. But I'm not here to trim down words. I'm here to win. So, all right, let's get that off my screen. All right, we've already learned something this run, which is a win in my book. Any run we learn something is a win automatically. So we could just soft lock ourselves right here, and I'd still consider it a win, because we learned something. It's like I always say, the goal of a roguelike, and especially like a puzzle game roguelike like this, is we have to either learn something or make some sort of permanent change to our environment. And as long as one or both of those things is happening each run, we're making progress. And I think there's probably only a couple of times when that's not been the case. Like, I can count on one hand the number of runs we've had so far where we haven't made any gains in either knowledge or permanent changes to the environment. So that's, at day 36, I feel like that's a pretty big win. All right, so as is tradition, we go east. Sounds like solid advice IRL as well. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, you know, every day you want to either learn something or make some sort of permanent change to your environment, hopefully for the better, or both, right? And as long as one of those things is happening, then you're winning. And I suppose that includes like making some sort of permanent change to yourself. So maybe it's not always your environment that's changing, but you know, some sort of permanent change to your life, whether by changing something about yourself, changing something about your environment, changing about something about your response to your environment. As long as something is changing or you are learning, then that's a win. That's a win in my book. So let's figure out what we want to do. We could go storeroom. That ends our eastward expansion pretty quickly. Seems like a pretty quick way to... hallway seems like a pretty quick... like, I don't know if I love using hallway this early, but it does give us a shot at the corner. Although I kind of wanted to go... Let's save hallway for later. Let's go corridor. And then I bet that what we get over here is going to loop around. Or just give us storeroom. I think we go parlor here because gems tend to be more important than keys overall. And I also just really like the parlor game. We also learned, I think it was last time, that it's because we now have the ability... Was it last time that we got the mirror room and added the parlor permanently to our inventory? It might have been, it was sometime last week, either last time or the time before it. But we did make some permanent additions to our pool, our like draft pool, where there's now, I believe, no, I don't think we actually added a second parlor. I think we added a second nook and a second boudoir, maybe. But the second parlor is not yet, but it could be someday. Someday we could get a second parlor, and if we do get that second parlor, I want to make sure I have the second key, the spare key along with me, because then we can just guaranteed win the parlor game. Because if I save one key from this time, and then I get 2 keys in the second parlor room, then we have 3 keys, and I basically just can't lose. Speaking of can't lose, let's solve a puzzle. This box is empty. All right, that could be either true or false. Time will tell. A box with a false statement is empty. Okay. There's some implications between these two, but I'm going to come back to that. There are two false statements. Okay. So let's start here. A box with a false statement is empty. Let's assume that's true for a second. What does that mean about this box? Because if it's saying that this box, if this box is empty is true, then the box is empty. Well, okay, all it's saying is that a box with a false statement is empty. So it's possible this could be true. Right, let's say this is true. There are 2 false statements. Then that would mean one of these is false and one of them is true. But if this is the false one, and this is the true one, if this is the false one, then this box is full. And if this is the true one, then a box with a false statement is empty, which would be either of these boxes. No, which would be this box. No. Wait. If this is true, then both of these are false. I mixed up. If there are 2 false statements. So if there are 2 false statements is true, then both of these are false. If this is false, then that means this box is full of gems. And if this is box, if this is false, then that means a box with a true statement is empty, which would only be this box, right? This would be the only true box in this scenario. So if this box is empty, then box with a false statement is empty. Or I guess it's technically saying it is not the case that a box with a false statement is empty. So, so it's saying if this is false, it's saying the box that's true is the box that has the gems. But that can't be the case, because that would be this box. That would mean both this box and this box have the gems. So that's a contradiction. And if that's a contradiction, then this box can't be false. And if this box can't be false, then this box can't be true. Okay, so we've now proven by contradiction that this box, let's just go over it one more time, just for the class, just so we all understand the situation here. There are two false statements. If this statement is true, then both of these boxes are false. If this is false, then it means that a box with a false statement, it is not the case that a box with a false statement is empty. So it means that a box with a false statement is full. And it is not the case that a box with a false statement is empty. Does that mean that a box with a true statement is empty? Or does that mean that a box with a false statement is full? Well, I guess that means it's either, I guess it's two ways of saying the same thing, right? They're both true, right? If the true box is empty, then the false box is full. So I don't think this is actually a contradiction, because it's saying that a true box is full. Or no, a false box is full. A true box is empty, or a false box. A true box is empty, this one, and a false box is full, this one. So that's actually perfectly compatible. Let's say that this, so if this is true, this is the box that has the gems. If this is false, there are two false statements, then that would mean that there's only one false statement, because we know from the rules there has to be at least one false statement, and there has to be at least one true statement. So our only options are two true statements, or two false statements, or one false statement. Also, where did all my coins go? Oh yeah, because I paid for the blessing. So if it's not true that there are two false statements, the only other option is there's one false statement, and that would be this one, which means both of these would be true. Now let's tackle the implications of these both being true. If this is true, then a box with a false statement is empty, which would mean this one's empty. And if this one's true, then this box is empty, which means this box is empty. So if this box is empty and this box is empty, that means this is the box that has the gems. Now, how do I discern between these two? Because that means either if this box is true, then this box has the gems. And if this box is false, this box has the gems. And I don't know if I can figure out which one is which. So maybe I've actually been thinking about this for a little bit. Maybe what we do is we start writing down the puzzle. So I just want to, so let's kind of unpack. And I'm not going to leave these permanently in the notes, but just for the sake of not having to open up another notepad and figure out how to map it to the scene and all that, we're just gonna parlog. Yeah, I'll leave it parlog game. So the statements are: blue box, this box is empty. White box, this box is a box with a false statement is empty. Y box, perfect. And black box. What was it? There are two false statements. There are two false statements. Statements, perfect. So it's been a while since I've done symbolic logic, so I don't know if I can do it like notate it technically correct, but we'll start with if black box is true. What was that? If black box equals true, then then blue and white equal false. Which means that if blue equals false, then blue has gems. Okay? Right? Because it means, because if this box is empty is false, then this box is full of gems. If white is false, then I think white's the one that kind of trips us up, right? A box with a false statement is empty. If that's false, then it is not the case that a box with a false statement is empty. So that would mean that a box with a true statement is empty, and a box with a false statement is full. Oh, I think that's where I'm getting mixed up. No, I think I concluded that earlier, right? If the white box is false, then that means a box with a true statement is empty, and a box with a false statement is full. Then that means true equals empty, and one, I'll do this, where's and? My goodness. And one false equals full. Okay. Which is compatible, right? These two are mutually compatible statements, which would mean that if the black box is true, then the blue box has the gems. I think that that's what I concluded before, but the logic is still sound. So let's say if black box equals true, what are the implications? Then no, if it's false, then only black is false, right? Because if the black box is false, then it would mean that is not the case that there are two false statements. It would mean there's only one false statement because it's the only other option. But if there's only one false statement, and this is a false statement, then it's the only false statement. It means the other two are true, which means can I do I'm going to use colon as sense. I don't know if that's legit, but I don't remember. Blue equals true, which means what does it mean? Blue equals empty. And then since white equals true, then a box with a false statement is empty. A box with a false statement is empty, which means black is empty. Black is empty. Therefore, blue, I think colon might be used for therefore. It's been a while since I did symbolic logic, so forgive me if my syntax is all off here, but it makes sense to me. Therefore, black has gems. Okay, so that, I think then, that I think, so I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I concluded without writing any of this down. That's upsetting because I'm actually no closer to solving it. And what is that? What could that mean? What could that mean? Well, let's remember the third clue, right? Or the third rule. The third rule is that there is, you don't remember either. Yeah, it's have you taken taken logic class or studied symbolic logic in any capacity? Black had, so let's remember our other rule that I always forget. So the rule I always forget is that there can only be one box that has the gems. I don't know if that helps us in here. Not as a class note, but it appeared in one of my philosophy classes. Okay, got it. Yeah, so part of the philosophy class. Yeah. So yeah, it's been a while. I did take a couple of logic classes when I was in college. I fancied myself minoring in philosophy once upon a time. It didn't quite pan out because I realized there were some changes I had to make to my my course schedule later in my college career that ended up shoving out one of the philosophy classes I was hoping to take. So I didn't quite make the minor, but I did study logic for 2 semesters and I really enjoyed it. That was also a while ago, though. Fun fact: so that the first logic class, I actually got the maximum score one could get on the final. I got I don't remember exactly what the percent. It was I got every question right and also the bonus question, so I got 102% or something like that. So I was pretty proud of that accomplishment. It was my first semester of college too, so it was not many classes that can you walk away with 102% on the final, but I did because I was just really good at logic, which is why I'm so confident I can solve these, because it's this is not my first rodeo, and I'm not just saying I'm a logical person. I'm I have literal college credits saying I'm really good at logic, and so that's why it's bothering me that I can't solve this. And I can only conclude that it's because the puzzle isn't actually meant to be definitively conclusive. Because we've puzzled it out. We know the implications of the boxes being true and false, right? And so that can only mean that there is ambiguity in the question, or the question was never meant to have only one solution. But let's recall our third rule of let's recall our third quantum rule, to quote Outer Wilds. Let's recall our third parlor rule, which was there can only be one box that has multiple gems. I don't know if that helps us here, but I just want to consider the implications, right? If the black box is true, then blue or white or false, which means blue has the gems because it states that it has the gems, right? And white says a box that's empty has one false equals full. True is empty, one box false equals full. Read them carefully though. Do you have it solved? Is there a clear solution here that I'm missing? I'm not asking you to solve it for me, but if there's something that you're seeing that I'm not, then I want to make sure that we unpack this thoroughly, because I'm this close to just guessing with the between the two implications that we've sorted through. I have a guess that goes along with the clues. I mean, so because the conclusions are right, either the blue box has the gems or the black has the gems. It's like one of the two, if I'm reading them correctly. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, is that like I've wrestled through the implications. I've found which one is which, or like I found where the gems are depending on the assumptions we make, but they're different, and I don't know, and I haven't been able to arrive at any contradictions. A box with a false statement is empty. It is not the case that a box with a false statement is empty. If it is not the case that a box with a false statement is empty, then it means that a box with a false statement. If it's not the case that a box with a false statement is empty, then what is the, maybe this is, I feel like this is where I'm getting tripped up. Because if we were in like proper symbolic logic class, it would look something like this, where it would be like, not, you know, where if white box equals W, then it would be like not W, right? It's not, it's just, it's negating the entire claim. It's negating, it's saying it is not the case that a box with a false statement is empty. Now, what are the implications of that? That, well, if it's not true that what's throwing me off is this particle A, this particular A, because it's saying a box with, it's saying one box that is false is empty. That's what the claim says. That a box that is one box that is false that is empty. It says nothing about the other box. It says one box that is false is empty. And so the opposite of that is it's false that one false box is empty. So if it's false that one false box is empty, does that imply two false boxes are empty? Does that imply one false box? I guess that's there's the rub, right? It's not the case that one false box is empty. That could mean two false boxes are empty. That could mean one false box is not empty. That could mean one true box is empty. And the only one of those three that we haven't considered is two false boxes are empty, right? It's not the case that two false boxes are empty. So if that's true, so let's revisit then the implications of this, because that means it's either, now we're getting to the real symbolic logic, because here we go. Either one true is empty and one false is full, because those are two like mutually inclusive statements. Like it's like if the true box is empty and there's only one true box, then by definition the one of the false boxes has to be full. Or that two false boxes equal empty, and I should parenthesis this. Two false boxes are empty, and one true equals full. So it either means that one of the false boxes is empty or one of the true boxes is empty. Don't look away, because Vicini is about to switch the glasses. Yeah, it's basically like, clearly we cannot pick the box in front of me. So I don't know if this is what's intended by the negation of this statement, but if we're speaking strictly by like symbolic logic rules, this is what it means. It yields this ambiguity of either or. And we've done this so long that my controller has actually disconnected. So let's engage the implications of this. 2 false and 1 empty. 2 false equals empty and 1 true is full. But that would be a contradiction to this. So that can't be the case. I'm gonna go, here's what I'm gonna do. It's a bit of a guess, but I'm gonna say that I think, and maybe it's a skill issue on my part, but I want to say that I don't think that the implications of this are clear. I don't think that the creators of the puzzle made this as clear as they could have. I think this is intended to be the contradiction. And because this is intended to be the contradiction, I think what we're going to do is we're going to guess that the black box is the one that has the gems. If it's not, if it doesn't have the gems, then we know the blue box has the gems. So that's what we're going to go with. I hate having to guess, but we've spent quite a bit of time on this. Like, holy cow, we're 43 minutes into the stream. This is like the second room we've been to. We've spent enough time on this. I'm going to make as educated of a guess as I can based on my training. We're going to guess the black box. And it's empty. So that means the blue box is the one that's full. No? How? This is literally the first time I've ever lost the parlor game. I actually don't understand. Because I don't understand, because I don't understand, this is now staying in the notes. This is now in the notes forever. Do not erase because you lost and don't know why. Okay. So that's crazy, dude. I actually don't understand that puzzle at all. I thought I had it solved. I don't know how that was supposed to have gone, but that's actually wild. I kind of want to look that up off stream and just like understand what the actual solution was, because I don't know if thinking through it more could have gotten me there. Like, I feel like we thought through it soundly and it still screwed us. So all right, well, let's keep going here. Let's see if we can make any progress today. Do we go den? I want to go den here because it gives us a free gem that we'll need, and then it gives us multiple paths which we'll need. So we do that. Anything else in the den? Okay. Man, I'm so salty about that. But it does play into my proposed title for the VOD. So I think we'll accept I'll accept the loss. Do I dare use my 1 gem to get an early game commissary? I mean, I don't really want to use spare bedroom here, so I think that is precisely what we do. Before we do that, though, I'm actually going to go up here. I don't think courtyard would actually be sick there because, well, we could go dining room. Or we could go chapel. I don't want to go chapel. I would go courtyard here, but because we have a shovel in the other room, but we don't have gems. I shouldn't have gone up here. I should have gone to the commissary. Also, I'm still so hungry, dude. I've been eating so much. Like, the last couple of days, I know we talked on Friday about the cortisol appetite, and I think that's literally what's happening to me. Like like for the past week, it's been like every single day I've literally eaten like twice as much as I normally would, and like not even like junk food either. Like, well, I mean a little bit of snacky stuff that's like not as healthy as the stuff I normally have, but like that's always been to supplement my normal, like I eat the normal amount that I normally would, and then I'm still starving, and so then I eat like more food, and it ends up being like, I swear I'm eating like twice as much as I normally do. And it's crazy. The cortisol appetite is wild, and my body is convinced that I'm fighting multiple bears a day. Dining room, maybe? We don't get the payout yet, but we will. Gosh, I really wish I could do courtyard here. I don't want to use the redraw quite yet. Chapel just sucks, so I think we go dining room. But I'm not gonna go in there yet. We're gonna let's go to the commissary and see what it has to offer. Wait, where's my shovel? I thought I special ordered a shovel. Holy cow, dude. Where do I get a shovel? How does one acquire a shovel in this trying time? I don't really want any of these. We could get a sledgehammer, I suppose. Well, first of all, we can't afford anything. Even if we could, I think the only thing that would be worth investing in would be the sledgehammer, because these like both are like step savers. That generally isn't our problem. So I think if we run into sledges that need hammering, we'll get a sledgehammer. Other than that, I think we just keep on. And I think what we'll do, since I'm here, I might as well go forward. Not a bad place for storeroom. I kind of want to go storeroom here. Yeah, in fact, let's do precisely that. Oh, and there's a hole. Oh, nice. I feel like there's not always a hole in the storeroom, so that's good to know. Too bad we can't buy a shovel. Dude, what happened to the shovel? I thought the whole point of special ordering is that it, like, stayed, but, like, we literally special ordered a shovel the other day, and then guess what's not there? A shovel. Also, well, guess what else isn't there? Our gems. Sometimes you can buy gems. Not today, apparently. Kitchen's not usually very helpful for us. Maybe Nook. Nook wouldn't be bad. It also might be worth... You know what I'm going to do? I know I just said that, like, I don't need anything from the commissary. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy a bedroom. But before I go inside, we're going to go back to the commissary, buy the sleep mask, and then we'll enter the bedroom, and I'll get so much bed for my room. Okay. There's a hat. Is that hat always tipped over? I feel like sometimes there's a hat. I feel like the hat moves. Also, I have a theory, but I kind of want to wait. I want to wait until we get to the bunk room to explain my theory. Because it's important. Drawing room. I don't really ever want to go drawing room. Go spare bedroom. Or workshop. I kind of want to go workshop, even though we don't have an item. We don't have any items. Sometimes there's an item in the workshop, and I feel like workshop. I just feel like workshop generally is a good move. So we'll do that. Workshop it up. What do we got? Ooh, metal detector, epic. Also, E. I don't remember if I came here last time because I had this whole plot where I was gonna write out the I was gonna do something. What was I gonna do? I had this whole plot where I was gonna do this, but now I don't know if I had a gap or not, so we'll just do that. E. I don't know if these are random or not, or if they spell out something. But I've learned not to distrust my instincts in this game. If something is a clue, it If something seems like it might be a clue someday, it probably is. Can we do a metal detector sleeping mask? We cannot. I always wanted I always wanted to detect sleep in my sleep. That's what I've always wanted. So I can't believe that a metal detecting sleeping mask doesn't work. 0 out of 10, worst game ever. That's not true. I really like your game, guys. Obviously, I've been playing. I think we're on stream 13, stream 14, which officially means we're beating out Hollow Knight wrong, and that lands us in our second longest series on the channel, right behind the whopping 34 streams that was our first playthrough of Silksong. So it's crazy how our first couple of games were like really quick. We had a couple of like one or two, one off, two offs. The Sonic one was like 6 streams, and then the Hollow Knight was like 12, but then we've had back to back like super long ones, and I feel like we're like not even close to the end here too. Like there's gonna be this is gonna be one that we're gonna be on for a while, which I'm totally happy about. Like I'm super jazzed that like we get to like hang out in this game for a while and like really milk all the goodness that it has. But it does mean that we will be going a while on the Blueprints experience. Between Blueprints and Silksong Steel Soul, we're not going to be changing games anytime soon. But I think that's okay, because those are like 2 really, really epic games to camp out on. Like those are already 2 of my like. This is already going to be like one of my like top 5 games of all time, and the Silksong is also has made it to the ranks of top 5. Someday I'll actually make a top 5, but it's like what I'm saying. These are both really, really great games that I'm happy to be hanging out doing. What am I doing? Maybe Observatory here, because Observatory. So speaking of, I know we weren't speaking of right now, but like remember like half an hour ago when I was talking about permanent changes to our environment as being a win? Observatory is basically always a good investment, because Observatory gives us a star that is a permanent addition. Like we gain more stars. Like the stars don't reset. So every time we gain a star, that's 1 more star than we had forever. And the more stars we have, the more constellations that we can see in the sky, which gives us greater and greater benefits. So it's basically like the more we can invest in Observatory, the more stars we can get more quickly, the better. So I feel like, especially when everything's the same orientation, Observatory is just the objectively best pick here, because it's just it's a good permanent addition. That looks like Draxus. Is that Draxus? Or is that the flower one? No, it doesn't. It does look like the flower one, doesn't it? And then this is the Southern Cross, I think. So, oh no, Diamandus Minor. Southern Cross is the T. And then, so I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is Florealis. So green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers. I don't entirely understand what that means. I think there was one green room we were in that had a flower that had like a gem or something in it. So maybe that's what it means. But in any case, we gained our gem back and we gained special flower power, but most importantly, we gained another star, which is an investment in a future run. So that's what we always do. We can't go Office. I would go Office, except that we can't actually afford it. Gymnasium is actually not a bad play here, because it gives us a straightaway to the Foundation. And even though it's like cost us 2 steps, like we have the sleeping mask, so we'll make that up pretty easily. We just have to make a point of not coming back here to this juncture too often. So I think I do actually want to go Gymnasium here, even though it's kind of bad. It's not the worst. Let's open this door. No, actually no. Because it's locked, I think we'll save that for later. Ooh, coins. What I could really use is security. If we can get security, like in this next room. Oh, see, yeah, exactly. We need security so that I can make that go away. I don't actually love any of these choices here, but I don't know if I don't know if I hate them enough to do a redraw. Maybe we go Nook, because then at least we have another key to work with, because that is what we need. You know, I was kind of worried to use our only key for whatchamacallit. Oh, there's more? Man, Nook is loaded today. A coin and a magnifying glass and a key. I think it's the most loaded Nook we've seen. I was a little worried to use the key back in the gymnasium because of the having only one, but now we have two. I mean, never mind. I guess now that we have two, let's use both of them, I guess. Courtyard would be a great pick, except we still don't have a shovel. Pantry, maybe? It's actually not a bad pantry. I think we go pantry. I think I'm not gonna double back to gymnasium quite yet. I know we have an extra key that we can use there, but I think I want to just keep plowing forward to save the steps, and then maybe, you know, depending on how things go, we might not even need it. Ooh, security. I think this is where we go security. Could go boudoir and get a gem, but I think security is the right move here. Because we need a tailor. No, we need to disable the keycard system. Yay! And by disable, I mean make it not be super high and make stuff unlocked. We do need... Where is the utility closet? We kind of need a utility closet real bad. Oh no, our last key. I think we do use it here because okay, well this is all soft lock city anyway. We're not soft locked, but like it does end our little escapade up the east wing. So we can't gem it up. So I think we go coat check. We don't actually go inside because there's nothing to get yet. But you know, on the occasion that we get the vault, it's good to have this. It's kind of sucky that it's like at the very far end of what we need. Also, I should have. I'm gonna eat the steps to go back because I do want to check the inventory, see if there's anything we've missed in the house so far. View estate inventory. One running shoe. We've missed a running shoes? Where? Where did we miss the running shoes? All right, let's keep an eye out for the running shoes, gang. Because clearly this is not the first time that I've bypassed running shoes. So clearly there's something amiss in my ability to understand that that's an item that can be collected. Like I understand that the running shoes are an item that we can collect, but like somehow I continue to just miss them. Oh, these are probably them. Epic running shoes. Sick. So that's actually gonna probably negate our losses of like the gym over time. Oh, but we can't go this way because I don't have a key anymore. That kind of sucks. And we also know from the inventory that we didn't miss a key. So, oh, but we do have an ad break coming up. So I think here's what we'll do. We'll make our way back to the entrance hall, and then we'll do our ad break. And when we return, we will see what's behind door number 2. So, feel free to get a snack, get a drink, use the bathroom, whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in a few minutes with more blueprints. All right, and we're back. Hope everyone had a good ad break. I grabbed a little extra snackage, had a little extra of my dinner. I usually I try to meal prep, and so like I'll cook once every couple of days and then save the food. But it's unfortunate because it always tastes best on the day that you cook it, and so it's like I kind of want to eat more of it on the day that it's cooked because it tastes so much better. But in the interest of not having to cook every single day, I also need to save the food. So it's a catch-22. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's go north and see what we got. Horrible passageway. You can't even afford it anyway. Not even a good hallway. Do I dare just go guest bedroom here? Because like, yeah, this hallway is like awful. So we're not doing this. Is that coins? Oh, and that's a gem. And then we get additional 5. Yeah, we're so many steps, dude. So many. Which is good because we may have to double back quite a bit. We could go spare bedroom. I kind of want to go hallway here just to keep our options open. I think that's the move. Ooh, but we could go laboratory. Here's the thing about laboratory, right? If we go laboratory, it also gives us an opportunity, depending on the experiments we get, we may be able to get bonus, we may be able to get additional permanent upgrades. Like oftentimes there's upgrades that have to do with getting us more, like more stars or like more allowance. Hummus will taste better on the second day if you put garlic in it. Okay, interesting. I do usually get garlic hummus at the store. That's like my standard mix. But yeah, typically, but like the stir fry that I cook is is a very hot food, and something about the chicken, and when it's like warm like that, and it's like still warm and juicy, and the rice and everything, like I don't know, something about like that first day, it's just so much juicier and tastier than when I'm trying to like reheat it after the fact. I think while we are spending our own one gem here, I think we gotta go laboratory here, because the other thing about laboratory is we don't want to save it for too late, because if it's too late then we don't actually get benefits from it, because a lot of the stuff is like when you draft a room or like the first time you enter a room, things like that. And so if we don't go early laboratory, we don't actually get the benefits. So I think we'll do laboratory. We still do have that redraw. Ooh, we still have this case. Commissary's not far away, and we do have the coin for it. Okay, let's do this first. Let's get experiment setup. Continue with experiment. What do we got? So let's look at column B first, because that's going to be the one that actually gives us like the benefit. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house. Okay, that's not super great. Like it might be a good like one-time boost, but we need some perma boosts. Lose 10 steps and gain 20 gold. That doesn't seem like a good play, except if we run into like showroom or something. Gain 1 key, 1 gem, or 1 die selected randomly. Like none of these are super good. You draft a hallway from another hallway. That seems like we're really doubling up on the hallways, which situation. But this is like a really weird, like how many times does this happen realistically? And we've already used a fair number of the hallways, I think. When you draft a red room, lose 5 steps. And then lose 10 steps and gain 20 gold. That seems like also a bad plan. The next 3 times you open a locked trunk. That seems like what might be a good plan. So, all right, hear me out. Let's say we get the bookstore. or the showroom. We could combo the next 3 times you open a locked trunk with lose 10 steps, gain 20 gold, and like really quickly earn the cash we need for it. I don't know if we want to do that quite yet, because I don't know if that'll actually pay out, because we haven't encountered the showroom or the items that need that. But here's what I want to do. So I'm gonna leave this for now. We're gonna put that in the little tuck that away in our mental notepad. I am gonna go back and buy the sledgehammer while I'm here, while I have the coins. Oh, and we own everything else, so it's just the sledgehammer that was left that we can get. Well, so what a helpful commissary, dude. Also, I can't remember if it was last time or the time before, but one of the things that I did discover is there's like a cool little glitch you can do, where if you are running and then you use the right trigger to pause to open up this little map here, and then release the trigger for the left trigger that you use for running, but keep holding the joystick outside the dead zone, then you keep running, and you just don't have to hold this trigger, which is a fun little glitch that I found. But the moment that you let go of the trigger, oh, maybe you don't go back to normal walking speed, because we're still moving pretty briskly here. Yeah. So and I just hit the trigger to make sure that it doesn't do that. So we're actually not going to open this chest quite yet, because I want to make sure that we can get the bang for our buck on this experiment. But first I want to make sure that it's actually valuable. So let's do this. And I think it's time for our redraw. Horrible boudoir. Weight room ruins our life. So I guess we have to go with the mediocre hallway. I don't love it, but it's the only thing we've got. What else can we do? So let's go this way. Dude, we really need a gem. We could get a second nook. Oh, but that actually ruins us. West Wing Hall is our only real option here. I wonder, though, if we go... Ooh. Where's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Where's the thingy? Where are you? And it's really well hidden. If I didn't have the metal detector, I wouldn't have no idea. Oh, key. Sick. That's actually good. So let's go south here. I wonder if we can get the... So we could get the conservatory here. We could also get the bridesmaid chambers or something. What, I forget what it's called. The Our Lady show. Oh. Okay. All right. All right. We've got the vault in the pool. So here's the thing. I kind of want to go nook here. Just get the key. The second key. We need to save up 3 gems. So I think here's the plan. You know what I said about the remember what I said about our science experiment? We're actually changing the plan. We're changing the schedule, because the goal is no longer get Mondo coin, because Mondo coin will come to us if we get to that vault. What we need is Mondo gem. So what's a way to get Mondo gem, you might ask? Do we have stuff in here that give us Mondo gem? 1 key, 1 gem, or 1 die randomly. That's not super great RNG for the gem, but is our only way to get gem. So now, which one of these gives us the best chance of getting gems? We could do this, which guaranteed gives us 1 draw. The risk is we'd have to basically pull perfect gems to get 3 gems. You draft a red room, lose 5 steps, and then gain 1 randomly. Impossible, but we already used... Have we used the red room? We've used the weight, or the... We used one red room, I think. So there's a couple of other red rooms we could use, but not a lot that'll be like really beneficial for us. I mean, I don't know if today's the day we want to double down on red rooms. But drafting a hallway from another hallway seems even more difficult. Because again, we've already used a lot of the hallways. You've used regular hallway, we used west wing. Like, there's just not a lot of chance that we're going to even get a chance to do this. So I almost think that this is our play. Understanding that it's actually like the lowest. It's like low risk, low reward. We it has the best chance of us getting to 3 chests without like taking on some other hefty penalty, but it also means that like we're probably not going to get 3 gems out of it. But I think that's okay. I think that's what's going to happen today. So let's start the experiment, and hopefully this just supplements what we need. So let's go ahead and open this guy. Experiment successful. We got a dice. Okay, that's not great, but we did get a gem from the chest, so that's a pretty good win. We also have Mondo keys now, so we can work with that, because that means we can go back to the gymnasium if we need to and get more keys. We don't have a ton of steps left to work with because we've already done a lot of doubling back. So spare bedroom gives us steps, but it also makes it harder for us to kind of access different areas. I kind of want to go dark room, because even though dark room's risky, right? We're blind, and so we're basically picking blindly. It gives us 2 options, 2 doors to go out of. So there's a good chance that we actually gain some pretty good things from that. And on top of that, if all else fails, we can just go back to gymnasium and use the key. So I kind of want to go dark room here. Sometimes there's an item over here. Do we get an item? Hello? No, guess not. All right, let's go this way first. Kind of don't want to use a gem requirement on a blind pick, so I think we'll just go this. What do we got? Billiard room, not bad. It does cut us off from C3 there, but I think we can live with that. Do I open up the top room first? I think I will save the top room for later, because there's a chance billiard room lets us actually get to that same quadrant, but we can see where we're going. Also, we can get this, which might be good. So we go 3. 3 squared is 9. Where's 9? 9. 3. Oh no, 11 minus 8 is 3. Squared is 9. 10 minus 1 is 9. Minus 8 is 1. Times 3 is 3. Squared is 9. I can see where this is going. Oh, that's it. 2 keys. Okay, now we have so many keys. I wish we had some more gems. You know what actually would be a sick pull right now is laundry room. Convert keys to gems. That actually would be so epic. Boudoir gives us a gem. So I think we go boudoir here. And something else? Coin. All right. Gem. All right. So we're almost to our vault goal. We also have a reroll if we need it. Garage kind of works against our goal because we don't need more keys and we do need more gems. Also, I'm just now remembering, like, was there a car keys in like a room that I went into and then I like registered it in my brain, didn't say it, and then didn't actually check the area? Mail room. I can't remember if we got mail room last time. We could also go library and possibly get bookstore after that, because we do still need one more book, the 40 coin book. Forget what it's called. Not Realm in Ruin, not New Clue, not the first edition, the other one. Mailroom. So mailroom dead ends us, but we might get a package if I got a mailroom last time, and I can't remember if I did. Or we go library. The problem is like library kind of like works against our goal though, right? It works against our goal of getting it works against the goal of pulling the like, I mean, obviously, I guess, you know, we need coins for stuff, right? Or like we need to get something. We want something to actually spend coins on, right? But I don't know. Maybe library is the move because we might not even get bookstore, and then if we don't get bookstore, then we can keep going probably, or get something else good. So I think we'll tentatively go library here. Did I order a book? Oh, we get a gem. Epic. No, we did get. I ordered the pump system book because I didn't remember if there was anything worthwhile. Water control panel. Okay, yeah, I know what this is now. Whether you're using a single tank system or an array of pumps, the water control panel serves as a central hub for your Epiquus system. The panel is fitted with a number of buttons equal to the home's needs, one button for each different water source on the estate. Yeah, we did figure that one. Like that one's, we understand how that works. The function is simple. Press a button to select the water source you would like to adjust. For example, if you wish to drain the pool or fill your pool, simply press the button. Yeah, okay, we got that. Regardless of the number of pumps or water sources being used, water can only be adjusted from a source if its corresponding button is selected. Yeah, again, this is super obvious. After you've selected a source using the water control panel, the next step is to set a pump associated with the source to pump either in or out. This will intake water flow to from one of your supply tanks. 2-tank, pump lever, selected source. Yeah, all of this we figured out from actually just being in the pump room and using our brains. A pump may be connected to more than one tank. Again, we figured this out. Allowing you to retrieve even more water pools, recommended for cleaning larger Olympic-sized pools. Tank switch. In these cases, a tank pump is using... In this case, the tank a pump is using can be changed by a simple flip of the switch. Yep. Quick start guide. Use water control panel to select water source. Okay, we did. Yeah, we know that. Use pump lever to set water flow direction. Yep, we know that. That's it. Okay. Somehow this book is even more useless than it was the first time. So the first time we ordered the book, I ordered it preemptively thinking someday we're going to get to the pump room and we're going to need to know this info. Everything seemed super obvious and I didn't pay attention to it. Now, and then we went to the pump room. I solved everything immediately because I'm a genius. Not immediately, but I solved it because I'm a genius. And then we've reordered it to see if it made more sense. And it does make more sense, but it also tells us everything we already figured out by ourselves because we are a genius. So remind me to just never order the pump book again because it has no useful info for me. Oh yeah, well, I'll use the key here. What do we get? We could go bookshop. Oh no. We go vault. We just go vault because we have the 3 gems. We just go vault. Okay. And here's the plan, gang. I'm not going inside because we got a plus. Now we have to plan. We have to get back to coat check. How many steps away is coat check? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's not great because then... Oh, and we also lose a step from the gymnasium. Okay. We're gonna have to be super omega planning here. In fact, actually, no, I think I have a plan that might save us. So here's what we're gonna have to do. It's gonna be so tight because we can't abide. It's actually gonna be 9. This basically cancels. Gymnasium cancels bedroom out. So let's do the math again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 steps to get here. That means we have, and then back is going to be 21 steps, I think, because we actually go into vault. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah. So we need to gain 8 additional steps somehow. The running shoes might help. The running shoes has a possibility to save us a couple of steps. But I think what our plan here has to be is when we get to gymnasium, we're going to veer off. We're going to veer off and we're going to see if we can get some additional steps somehow. Either like kitchen would actually be goated here, or some other thing that we can get additional food from. As a super last ditch effort, if we can make it up to rank 8, we can double back to the dining room and we'll get enough, and we could probably get enough steps to make it. But it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight, and it's going to require some good RNG. But this might be the day. This might be the day we finally open the lockbox in the vault. Big smiles. Hoping you have a great stream. Thanks, Mule. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you again. Yeah, we are having a good stream, and I am making this plan to finally break into the vault. And I think we just about got it, but it's going to take some good RNG. So, but I appreciate you stopping in. Hope all is well. All right, let's just book it. We just book it here because we need, I don't know if like booking it makes the running shoes trigger more often. I think they just triggered. Sick. We also have to make sure not to take the detour into the commissary. We just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Okay, and we saved a step there. All right. All right, I think we just go in here. That's not great. Okay. So hear me out. We have the sleep mask, which means we get 5 additional steps anytime we enter the bunk room. Actually, the bunk room actually saves us right here because it counts as 2 bedrooms. So we'll get an additional 10 steps. So let's do that. That's exactly what we're going to need. Okay. Also, I said that I had a theory. Here's my theory, right? So Hamtaro here, I've made a joke about it a couple times. Who is feeding Hamtaro? Where is this food and water coming from? Certainly, like it's day 36. He's certainly run out of food by now. Unless there's somebody in the mansion that is going around and feeding the hamster. We know from Zoltan that there probably is someone else here that is watching us. Oh, and bananas. Always bring bananas to a party. Okay, so now we absolutely win. Now we're absolutely crushing it. But this is my theory, is that there is someone else in the mansion, and they're who's feeding Hamtaro. You might think that that's a really weird detail to obsess over, but I ask you, if not Shadow Man, then who? How is Hamtaro surviving? The people want to know. The public demands answers. Okay, so I think now we have the steps we need, because we know it's 21 steps from coat check to back to vault. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can buy with it because we now soft locked ourselves. The only way forward now is if we happen to get a security key card somewhere. That's our only option, because this is a security door right here. So if there's a security key card in the vault, we win. Otherwise, we're just done. But we have to open the vault. We have to see what's inside the vault. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 21 is going to be 29, which still gives us plenty of steps to work with, and that's assuming no running shoe activations, which is unlikely. So, all right, here we go. We're booking it. Dude, I can't believe no shovel either. Dude, there's so many shovel spots, and we can't even frickin' shovel. All right. Oh, we got it. All right. Retrieve an item. We're retrieving the vault key. At long last, we don't have a chance. We won't have a chance to return this. So we got to use it now. We just gotta. And hopefully this is going to give us something that's not going to make me regret my whole life choices. Hopefully it's not just like more riches. Hopefully it's like something really, really good. Like we've spent so much time and energy trying to get here. Like I feel like we have to, like there has to be some payoff here. Like it's so hard to get the vault key and the vault on the same run that I feel like there has to be something for us to work with here. I probably could have checked the inventory while I was at in the place. I probably could have checked the inventory again while I was in the other place, but it's okay. All right, so many coins, but that's not what we're here. Ooh, what is this? Oh, these are just paper. Oh, and it actually gives us the date too. That's cool. Which I found out last time, or like last time I was in the vault. All right, now here's where the actual fun begins, because Vault 304. Where's 304? Can we even reach it? Where is it? Vault 304. We use the key. Upgrade disc? Oh no. Oh, travesty of travesties. We can't use it. Passport? J Ribbon? Gene Ribbon. What? Whoa. Oh my goodness. Our mom is a spy. This is... Oh. And the crest. Hold on. We can decipher this. The Pentagon is Fen-Ares. The mountains are... mountains, I guess? The little wave things, I forget. But the border with the lightning bolts is a storm, I think? Oh, I don't remember. Hold on. Let's get our let me get my pictures out. I think I took pictures of this. Where's my scratch paper? Photos. Okay. Border. It's the color. So it's red. Well, that's not pretty obvious. And then sigil cores. Yeah, that's Fen-Ares. I knew that. And then the mountains is Marshall, so it's like militaristic. Yes. And the four spokes means roads are the primary form of transportation. And the edge, the lines on the end here mean it's foggy or misty weather, which we already knew. So this is a Fen-Ares passport. Holy cow, we're solving so much. It's Fen-Ares passport. I'm taking a picture. I'm just taking a picture. We're not even risking ever having to come back here. Snipping tool. Oh my goodness, and I can't believe I biffed it with the frickin' upgrade disc, dude. There's no way we're getting back to security. Okay. I guess we should just call it passport. Okay. So let's just decipher what we can here from this little thing we have. So we have, what am I doing? Let's get our notepad up. So passport. Our mom is a spy. I'll do that. And then name Jean Ribbon. Parisian. Date of birth. We'll write down date of birth because that's important. 07 09 56. 07's for my upgrade disc, dude. And then date of issue. I don't know if that's gonna be important, but we do know that 8 dates solve 8 safes, or break 8, crack 8 safes. So we gotta just write down every date we can. No, 1/10/84. Expires 1/10/94. All right. Dang, that is insano, the braino. Wild. Okay, well we've learned that our mom is a spy. Can we get gems? Not that they matter right now, but yeah, because we don't even have a security key now. Like we're just locked out. We're just done. But that was a huge gain. Dude, is there a way we can I buy more steps? Maybe if I had a kitchen. Dude, I should have gotten the kitchen, dude. Yeah, because this is gonna be 20 steps. So that the running shoes have to pull 8 times. Dining room's no help for us. Dang. Brutal. All right, let's just book it and see if RNG favors the prepared. Here we go. And then I'm just hyper focusing on oh wait, no, I'm a genius. We don't need to go to security. Because I always, for some reason, I always think I have to go to security. No, I just have to go to somewhere with a terminal. Holy cow. My brain is off. Oh, that's, yep, floor upgrade plan. Okay, what do we got? All right. Let's not screw this one up, guys. We've screwed up a lot of upgrades. Hallway. Okay, what do we got? Hallway +1 key, +1 locked trunk. Add an extra hallway to tomorrow's draft pool. That's tough. I almost want to go locked trunk here because locked trunk, like, key's nice, but like 1 extra key is not going to like make or break our run usually. 1 locked trunk though, locked trunks, while there's a little bit of RNG in terms of like what's inside them, usually it's like more than 1 item. Usually it's either like multiple keys or multiple gems or lots of coins or like a combination of those things. So, and then also between, you can either use keys to unlock it or you can use like the sledgehammer. So I kind of want to do locked trunk hallway. And there's also like a lot of benefits that come from like locked trunks, right? There's a lot of experiments that are like, oh, like for locked trunks, you can get bonus things. So I feel like this is the move. I might have screwed up yet another permanent upgrade, but it is what it is. I do want to log into the network real quick because we're basically done with the run now at this point, which is unfortunate because we have 52 coins and no way to spend them. Hold on. I have to kind of focus as I spell out our password here. because I'll waste even more time. Theater Popcorn, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing? What's up, Shogun? What's up, Average TR1? Welcome. Scratchy 1780, welcome in. What happened in 1780? That was important. But thank you guys so much for the raid. Thank you, Theater Popcorn. How are you doing? What are you up to? What were you doing? 1780. Yeah, I mean, it's just, what do you mean he never clocked it? It's his name. Scratchy 1780. Ended on Scary Game. Oh, okay. Yeah, was it the same Scary Game as last time? I want to know what happened as well. Yeah, the community is invested at this point. What happened in 1780? Dark Deception. Yeah, nice. How was it? So you did you finish it then? Like complete it? Not yet. It's very okay. So you're just ended like on a bit of it, but you're still going. It's good though. Okay, cool. Glad you're enjoying it. Now we're in the final area in chapter 4. Okay. Chapter 5. Chapter 4 or 5. There's dissension in the ranks. What we still haven't heard is the lore on 1780. It's been glitching out for me, but it's fun. It's like actually glitching out or like in-game glitching out, because I know there's some games that that's like kind of like they do that on purpose to sort of like, I've played more than one of those games on this channel where there's like in-game glitches that are meant to have the deception of like the perception of breaking the game. In-game the cutscenes are glitching, but like intentionally glitching. Thank you so much for the follow, Average TR1. I'm not sure exactly. Feel free to say how you prefer to go by. In terms of your name, lots of bugs. Yeah, but like on purpose bugs or like unintentional. I don't believe it's intentional, but maybe. Okay, interesting. No, they're like supposed to be a cutscene, but the character's T-pose. Oh, that sounds like. It sounds like some modding gone wrong is what that sounds like. That sounds like someone got a hold of the source code and did some things that were not supposed to happen. But glad you're enjoying the game, bugs and all. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, it's hard to tell, right? I suppose that's kind of a win, right? If it's hard to tell whether or not something's intentional, like was this supposed to break the game or not? Although maybe that's sign of a not good game, but not by me. Yeah, someone might have modded the game, but it wasn't my fault. How is this game going so far? It's going pretty well. So we actually just made some huge gains. One is we just made a permanent upgrade to a room that gives us some an extra treasure in it every time we get it now, which is good because it's a really common room. The other thing, it's indie and the devs are lazy as heck. Oh no. We like our indie devs here, but it's possible that the devs maybe just went like a little bug here and there. It's fine. Which I understood the concept. I've not done so much as a undertaken to try to build out a full game, but like in my small scale development career, I have found that it's I found that my penchant for, oh, you found a bug when you do this, just don't do that, is pretty high. Like, I'm not really here I'm not really interested in sinking dozens of hours and fixing something that like people have to go out of their way to break. So I understand the temptation for sure. But okay, so here's the lore on 1780. 17 is your favorite number, and 80 equals 1980, which I'm assuming is like either the year you were born or like a year that's otherwise important to you. So all right, acceptable. 1780. So it's almost like a deception. It's like, oh, were you born in 1780? Because, you know, that's where my brain goes. It's like, oh, obviously Scratchy has been around for 250 years to be you know, and is just now joining Twitch chat as an ancient sentinel of old. Dad's birth year. Okay, got it. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So it's kind of, it's like a cipher. It's like a hidden, like there's lore within the lore. It's like you think that 1780 is like on the face of it. Yeah, I'm 240 years old, which is crazy that your dad was born in 1980 and yet you're 240 years old. Like that's bonkers, dude. Like how does what kind of time travel shenanigans have you gotten involved in, and how do I get in on that? Sign me up, dog. So, but to answer your question, Theater Popcorn, the game is going pretty well. We just discovered that our mom is a spy. So basically we went to the vault, and I'll actually let me do what I actually came here for, and then I'll show you exactly what we did. Why does TP have echo? Oh, thank you, Scratchy 1780 for the follow. Appreciate you. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Oh, you were streaming. You just okay. All right. I was confused because I was like, wait, how does? I thought you were saying I had echo, and then you said TP, and I was like, how does TP have echo on my stream? Like, is that how that works? I think you got to go right now. Good luck with the game, though. Thanks for stopping by, Shogun. Appreciate you as always. Hope you were enjoying Theater Popcorn stream, and have a good night. So now average TR is, now I get the echo thing. So you are now I can't tell if average TR1 is just echoing people on purpose, or if you actually have to go. If you actually have to go, hope you have a good night, and thanks for the follow, and thanks for coming by. Okay, everybody's heading out. Got it. You actually gotta go. Okay, well, I appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate the follow, and hope to see you in another one. But thanks so much for stopping by. And thanks again, Theater Popcorn, for the raid. Oh, you're staying. Okay, you're staying. So Shogun's actually leaving. Average TR's actually leaving. Scratchy's fake leaving and is staying. Oh, but Theater Popcorn's for real leaving too. I also am going to head out. I have a window AC coming tomorrow. Room has been averaging like 90 degrees since it's an attic room. Oof, yeah, that's brutal. Been there, done that. Can't wait to get that installed tomorrow. Have a great rest of your stream. So you got to get out of the sauna. Yeah, I totally understand. Well, thanks for the raid again. Appreciate you popping by and supporting the channel. And hope to see you in another one. But totally understand. You gotta take care of you. Yeah, it's the heat is no joke around here either. So totally get that, and hope everything goes well with that. But so I know, Scratchy, I know you didn't ask the question. But what we will do, first of all, what we're doing is we're placing a special order because I really want a shovel. Give me a shovel. Okay, we've ordered the shovel. Now, here's what we've discovered. First of all, we just upgraded a room. That's pretty cool. So this hallway, the next time I draft this hallway, it's going to be a hallway with a chest in it, which is going to have goodies. So that's good. But the other thing, and let me just quickly think through. I don't think there's anything else I can buy, right? Actually, hold on. Let me just check. There's one other thing I want to do. I'm going to network Swan Song. Because what I want to do. Yeah. So we got some upgrades already. That's good. We ordered a shovel. That's good because we need shovels. And the game is just intent on keeping shovels from us. I want to go to remote access terminal. View active terminal, and I want to go to security. Nope. I want to go to security. Yep. we're just about done with this day, and then I'm gonna start another one. But I do want to just quickly see, view estate inventory. Okay, there's no additional things that we can get. Dang. Okay. Yeah, so that means our run is indeed over, which is unfortunate because we just got a ton of coins and now we have nowhere to spend them. Because, yeah, commissary is sold out, and I think it's the only shop we even got. Yeah, I don't see anything else we can spend this shop. We get, okay. Oh, we only have 6 steps left, though. Doesn't even matter. Can we even get back to... I was going to go to vaults to show you what we got, but I don't know if we can get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can maybe get there. You throw them in the well. I can only throw 1 coin in the well per day, and I've already done it because I do it at the beginning of the stream, or the beginning of the day, so I don't forget. All right, so here's what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to... There's a chance we get to the vault, and I can show with 1 step remaining, and I can show you what I got. If not, I'll just explain it to you. So let's just give it a try here. Keep an eye on the top count of the foot count in the top left, and if you see the little sneaker icon, that's good. Yep, that's what we want. No, the passport. Dang it. We didn't quite get there. We found out that our mom is a spy. So the lore for this game is our mom has gone missing. Our mom went missing like 7 years ago. And then we didn't, and we don't really know what happened to her. She was an author, and so she wrote some books. Some of them were accused of having some like political implications. And there's some also, and there's kind of also implications that some like insurgent group like had some involvement in her disappearance. We don't super know the details. We did just find out because we opened up a safety deposit box in the vault and found a passport with our mom's photograph, but not our mom's name. So like she's actually a spy, or she's, you know, we're basically, our mom is Jason Bourne. Like there's like passport situation of, yeah, wow, it's like, yeah, it's crazy. Like we're actually, our mom's actually a spy or something akin to that, where she has a fake passport and is using that to like do some kind of, who knows what. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. But that's what we just discovered after much hullabaloo. I planned out this whole thing to make sure that I could get the safety deposit key from like the other end of the estate and get back to the vault, because like I've been trying to do that for ages, where I can get the vault and then also get the safety deposit key I've been saving. So anyway, that's where we've ended up. So we did make some huge knowledge gains that run. Do you know the point of the game? So at the face of it, the point of the game is to get to room 46. So the whole idea behind the game is that we're like the grandson of this guy. So there's this guy, Herbert Sinclair, or Grunkle Herbert, or as we like to call him. Herbert Sinclair is our great uncle, and he died recently, and in his will he passed along his estate to us, this is his estate, this thing right here. But the condition of our inheritance is that we have to find room 46 and find the contents of it or something like that. But we have to get to room 46 is the goal. There's 45 rooms in this estate, and they are randomly generated each day. So each day the rooms reset, and we start in the entrance hall, and we have to branch out and construct a different array of rooms to make progress. The goal, as far as I can tell, is to get to the antechamber, open up the doors of the antechamber, which require its own like puzzle mechanic that we have to like work our way around, and then presumably that opens the northmost door and leads to room 46. That's what I'm guessing. That's what I think is supposed to happen. I've also heard, I've heard rumblings that getting to room 46 is not actually the end of the game. There's something about the contents of room 46 we'll unlock even more puzzles. But then there's also like a bunch of other little like puzzles that we haven't figured out. Like there's like a basement that needs a key that we don't have. There's like all of these other little puzzles and like hidden, you know, like secret like there's these different safes that we need to open up that have like secret letters that give us lore. So like there's like doubtless layers of puzzles that I've not yet even like begun to comprehend, and that's kind of like exactly how I like this, exactly what I love about this game, that it's like every time I think I understand the scope of what I'm dealing with, like more like a whole new layer of it opens up that's like, oh, now I just have to reassess everything I know. Yeah, it is very fun. It's super duper fun. I love puzzle games, and I love games that kind of like force me to sort of stew on something for a while and kind of synthesize information across the game, like different pieces of the game. And so this is like right up my alley. But we're starting another day. So we're now day 37, I think. Yep, day 37. So the first thing we're gonna do is grab our allowance. We get 8 coins right off the bat. And then we're gonna go outside. You like puzzle games too? What are some of your favorite puzzle games? What's your, you know, what kind of, or like just games in general? What are you into? So we throw a coin in the fountain. The reason we do that is because there's actually a room in the house that lets us empty the fountain. And then if the fountain is empty, then I'm pretty sure, based on the last time I emptied the fountain, the coins that we throw in actually stay and we get to pick them up. So basically we're investing in some future run where I'm going to go be able to pick up like 30 coins at once. And then obviously the longer we go without draining the fountain and picking up the coins, the more coins there's going to be. So we're just going to throw a coin in the fountain every single game. And the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to go to this outside room here. Because it just gives us one free buff, like right out the gate. I kind of don't want to go schoolhouse here. There's 8 classrooms, so like we could go conceivably to 8th grade. Historically, we've not been able to get past 5th, so I think we've learned we've done everything we can, unless we get more buffs to like our gems or something else. I don't see us getting to 8th grade. I think the move is to go tool shed, because tool shed just gives us 2 items off the rip. Shovel, excellent, epic pick for the. Give me the shovel, dude. Get a shovel, and then what do we get? A wrench? No. Where's our second item? Oh, the sledgehammer. That's actually not a bad start. Shovel and sledgehammer is a pretty strong duo. So the goal, you know, so because this is a game where lots of stuff resets every day, it's a roguelike. It's a puzzle game, but it's also a roguelike. And so the goal then is for us to make gains each day by either gaining knowledge, like we did about our mom's passport or our mom being a spy, or by making permanent upgrades, like we did where we upgraded the hallway to always have a chest in it. So that's our goal. Gain knowledge or make some kind of positive change to our game state. So we go east, as is tradition. We always start by going east because it's tradition, because it's what we do. Den's not a bad start. As much as I love Parlor, we'll get Parlor soon. Den, I like Den because it gives us 2 ways forward. Yeah, so so each time we get basically a random draw of 3 rooms, and we get to pick which one's gonna best suit our needs. And you kind of have to like weigh options about like, oh, like, is this a good room to use now, or should I save it for later? Like, what are the implications of, you know, choosing a room that dead ends you, like coat check or empty closet, versus lets you keep going forward, like bedroom. I think we go bedroom here because neither of these, we already used our coat check isn't currently holding anything. So I kind of want to go bedroom here and then keep going, and then maybe we'll be able to put coat check at a really good dead end. So bedroom's nice because it gives us just like 2 free steps. So it's basically like entering the bedroom basically cancels out the steps that it costs to walk. It's basically like net neutral steps, because it takes a step to walk into the bedroom, takes a step to walk out of the bedroom, but then we gain 2 steps by entering the bedroom. So it's just like zeroes out. This is actually not a bad place for guest bedroom, because if we go parlor, we're kind of like looping around and like hitting the den. We could just do guest bedroom, then head back to the den and go up that way too. So I think we can just go guest bedroom here. And then we do have an ad break coming in soon. Ooh, we get a compass. So that means rooms tend to go north more, which is what we'll need for our next thingy thing. There's nothing else in here, I don't think. So, all right, we go back in here, and then here we go. Yeah, and so we'll go north in a second, but first let's go on an ad break. Take a few minutes to grab a drink, grab a snack, do whatever you need to, and then we will be back in just a few moments for going north and in more blueprints. All right, and we're back. Hope everyone had a good ad break. Cheez-Its, yeah. So actually, I saw that come in, and then I was like, actually, Cheez-Its are kind of a good idea. So I grabbed some Cheez-Its. I have a Cheez-Its snack mix that I've been nibbling on. Oh man, my tea. I have not drinking. I've not drank near enough tea, and so now it's still cold, and now it's gone cold, and so big sad. But nice, yeah. I try to have generally healthy food, but like recently I've been talking about how my appetite has just been through the roof, and so I've just gotten some other food that are like a little fattier, a little saltier, a little carbier to see if that like helps kind of supplement my otherwise voracious appetite. And so because it was either that or eat more of my leftovers that are supposed to be for the next 2 days. But let's keep going here. Let's see what's behind this door. Dang. Would be a good office pull. Actually, it wouldn't be a good office pull. It's a pretty good library pull, though. We might go library here. What we might be able to do, if we can get early game bookstore, then we can plan on seeing if we can get the 40 coins we need for that last book. We can order. Oh, and we can also order a book because we got more books. We have the first edition of the History of Ordina. So the History of Ordina we've already read, but it's redacted. And so the first edition is supposed to be unredacted. So that would be good. The other thing that we haven't gotten yet that would be really good would be a new clue, so Marion Marigold is our mom. The mom that I said, the mom that we discovered yesterday was a spy, or is a spy, possibly still is a spy. That mom is Marion Marigold. So she wrote several books, and one of them is a new clue. We've read the other 2 books. The other books are the Blueprints, or no, Red Prince. Sorry, the Red Prince, and Swimbird. We've read both of those. We haven't read a new clue. So I'm suspecting that a new clue is going to give us even more info as to our mom's disappearance. But the History of Ordina is also going to give us an unredacted reading. I don't want to go History of Ordina first because I feel like, hear me out. History of Ordina, I feel like is going to give us some good info, but it's going to be mostly like historical info. It'll probably give us like info that kind of elucidates some of what the original History of Ordina didn't explain very well. I feel like we can get all the info we need from one sitting. I feel like a new clue I'll probably have to camp out on for a while. So let's go History of Ordina first. So if we can get the unredacted edition. And then we'll see how that goes. All right, give me a bookstore. That's not a bookstore. Wine cellar. There was one place that didn't have, a boiler room. Oh, we could go boiler room. Oh, boy, this might actually be the boiler room play. Because I always we need to be able, there's like one part of the boiler room we always need to enter from the other side. And I think if the orientation is correct here, we can just go down to the entrance hall, enter the boiler room from the other side, and just win. So I think boiler room's actually the play here. Yes, because this is actually perfect. Okay. So let's go back. Probably shouldn't have even entered there, but I just wanted to assess the situation. If we don't gain anything else from this day, it's still a win. Okay, we turn that on. What does that do? Does that give us more steam somewhere? Oh, it does. It does give us more steam somewhere. Where does that go? And then does this open the door? It does open the door. Which means we don't have to come around the long way anymore, assuming this room doesn't reset. I don't think it does, because these changes stayed last time. So, because if we go down this other way and we redirect some of these pipes, it will give us like a bridge across here. And I think that's probably precisely what we'll need to do. There's also an elevator? There's an elevator? Oh my goodness, I'm so confused. There's so much learning happening right now. This is already a win of a day. If we soft lock ourselves in like the next room, it's honestly okay. Because like this, we've been actually going for this for so long. And then the control panel. Activate. What is this? Oh, now I'm really confused. Holy cow. All right, well, there's 3 pipes going in. Do we need to turn all of them on? Maybe that is what we need to do. So the elevator's probably something we need to activate somehow. Oh yeah, because the steam's going this way. How do we... Well, okay, let's go around the long way here. Yeah, like I said, if we end up using up all of our steps and soft locking ourselves, just figuring this out, that's going to be the win of the century. So let's do that. Let's go here and let's figure out what the frick we're doing. So this is on. This is not on, but we can turn it on by doing this. No, by doing this. No. By doing something. Doing this? Yes! So that turns on, and that's going to give us the little bridge. Alright, give me the bridge. Bridge, 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 bridge. Dude. Do I not get a bridge? I swore I would get a... there was something I did that got me a bridge, like 800 million days ago. When I was last here. Oh, do I have to... oh, yeah, of course, I do have to... Oh, that's what this is for. This is so... Fridge bridge. Almost fridge bridge. Oh, but I'm starting to put it together. Watch this. So... No. Wrong. This still needs to go this way. We redirect this to get the elevator working. So let's just trace our path here. What do we need to do to get the bridge going? Is that not this? Oh no, it's this. So I could have sworn I like... Yeah, so we do this. That gets the bridge going. What is this? I don't know what this part one does. I don't know what this one does then. And then if I move it, does it take it away? Yes. Okay, so I think what we need to do is when we're done in here, we need to leave it in this state so that we can have the bridge active. Actually, I mean, I guess we don't have to do that because we can just, now that the door's open, we just can do that anytime we want. Because whenever we enter, it's always going to be this door that we enter it in. So now that the bridge, so we can do the bridge. Okay. And then what? So this is now, there's 2 that are on. And then what do we need to do to get all of this working? What are the 2 that are on though? Like there's 2 lights. Like, or I guess this is on, right? We're pumping water into this, or pumping steam into this, and then pumping steam into this because we turn that boiler on. So we just need to get this guy Do we have the redirect we need for that? Possibly, but I think we have to abandon the bridge to make it happen. Oh! Wait. Hold on. I think I understand now. We need to, like, stop it at the right time so that we can get to the actual thingamajig to turn it on. Yes. And then we can either do the elevator or we can go uppies and turn on the last of those. But so we need this way to get the pipe up here. Okay. Yeah, so now I think, and this should stay on, yes, because we've now turned this on, and so we don't actually care about this. I don't know why I didn't understand, like, the purpose of it. For some reason, I thought this, like, conveyor belt thing had to do with the bridge. These are two separate contraptions. So I think we've now got all three pumps going that way. And then because we have the bridge, do we have the bridge? We do have the bridge. You can go over here. This door is locked, but I don't care because now we activate and we have power. The HVAC system is on. And what does that get us? I haven't the foggiest. But we can redirect it. So that's just this is on. Just one side. And that's just this is on. The other side. And that's this one's on. Oh, I see, I see. So we can only pick one, like, lane at a time for the HVAC system to go. I don't actually understand the purpose of the HVAC system yet. But this is some epic knowledge gains. This is probably the biggest knowledge gain we've had in a really long time. This is huge. We've been trying to solve the pump room for a long time now. So what is our goal then? What are we trying to accomplish here? I'm not entirely sure. Can I deactivate? Can I, like, say I guess I don't know if there's a perfect point to doing that. But now let's just see what does actually gain us the HVAC system to be on. I guess it's not really clear. Kind of wish the HVAC system were on in my house. Only were this easy. Just find the pump room. I'm just having bad pulls IRL, bad room drafting. Okay, well, huge gains here. We can come back if we want to, if we need to, and, like, redirect here. What state do we need to leave this in? Probably this is fine, right? Because we've got the HVAC system working, and we've got the bridge working. So even though this door is sealed off, we don't actually care because we don't actually have to come around the long way ever again. Are you having fun, Scratchy? Are you having fun going in an infinite loop there? I do have a goal. I do have a plan for the help command eventually. I know it's a loop. It's kind of a placeholder. The goal for the help command eventually is to actually have it be like you can put a help and then use another command as an argument, and then that like gives an additional explanation to like what the command does. That's the eventual goal, but I haven't gotten around to programming that yet, because that takes work, and also making sure that I'm implementing proper security features, and it's just I don't know, I feel like I talk about this all the time, but like it's such a challenge to know like what to prioritize as a streamer, because it's like, one, I don't have all day every day to dedicate to like spending time doing stuff for a stream. Two, I feel like there's so many different things that I could be doing to like improve the stream. Like I could be working on video editing and like working on, you know, clipping for short form content. I could be writing more music for the back BRB stuff and the starting soon screen and the ending stream screen. I could be working on more commands for GoodBot. I could be working on creating more jingles for the like there's just a billion things that I could be doing, and it's just hard to know what to prioritize. Yeah, no, it's okay. You don't ever apologize for just distracting me. Like, I'm happy to, like, you know, as much as, you know, am enjoying the game, and like to a certain extent want to stay focused on the game. Like, I'm totally happy to be like, you know, kind of bouncing between just chatting about like whatever chat's interested in and playing the game. Like, that's totally fine with me. So like, don't ever apologize for that. Like, I'm here to have a good time with chat, and so if that means that we like get nothing else done in the stream and we just have a good time yapping about whatever, like, that's fine with me. I think there's a balance to be had there, because it's like, I think there's gonna be some people that are like, okay, GoodBerean, we actually want you to like make gains in the game, and I want to make gains in the game too. But like, I think, you know, I also think it's not fun to just strictly focus on the game and never like take time to just chat and see what's going on. There's a lot of work to do with streaming video creating. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you stream at all, or do you like do any video editing, anything like that? Because you say that like, you know, like you've been in the trenches, like you understand. Nope. you just imagine, you just see the work other people are putting in, and you're like, dang, yeah, that's not for me. I think we go north here. Right, can't go. Well, we don't have a gem for security, but that's okay. I kind of want to go dining room here, and then we'll save the last entrance hall room for another time. Yeah, okay, I have all of the stuff. I just never got to it. You have all the stuff, like, you like thought about doing streaming or video editing at one time and like got some stuff for it, and then just kind of never pulled the trigger, or you just, you know, because I get that. Like, there's definitely stuff that I like invested in and then be like, actually, no, I don't want to do this. Long time ago, I actually started a YouTube channel for music stuff that I was doing, and then invested in like some more advanced video editing software and other stuff, and then never did anything, and then never actually did anything more with it. Equipment for videos, but never made any vids. Okay, got it. Yeah, I mean, you never know, you know, where that ends up. You know, you never, just because, even if you're not doing anything with it now, you never know what's gonna end up happening later, or, you know, if you end up coming back to it. I'm in a period of transition right now where I used to be a freelance musician, and then became a full-time music teacher, and then left that and went into tech, and now just now I'm leaving tech and I'm going back to music. And so, and all of a sudden, all this stuff that I thought I wasn't going to be using anymore is like, oh, like, I'm glad I still have this, because this is going to be, you know, this is going to be useful. So, we're, you know, you just never know what life's going to throw at you. You never know what kind of pivots you're going to make. So even if you're not making any videos now, maybe something with that will come down the line, or maybe not, and that's okay too. All right, let's go north here. That's why you never get rid of useless. Exactly. So the people, I feel like this is an unpopular opinion, because I feel like people are very much about like minimalism and like reducing like pack rattery, right? Like you never want to be a pack rat. You never want to be that person on Hoarders that's like got like all of this useless junk. But at the same time, the number of times I've been like, dang, I used to have this, I wish I still had it, it would come in clutch right now. It makes me afraid to ever get rid of anything, because I'm like, but what if I use it again someday? I had it when I moved into a new place this past year, and had to get used to like a smaller living space, and so I had to sell some stuff. And one of the things I had to sell was a drum kit that I had bought a couple of years ago, just because there's just no space for it in my current place, and I wasn't willing to compromise on that. Like I could make space for it, but to the expense of other things that I weren't willing to give up. And now that I'm going back to music, I'm like, I wish I still had a drum set. Doesn't mean that I have room for it magically now, but like, it's kind of disappointing to just feel like, oh, we used to have it. Now we got to go around the long way. Gear is not the same as handbags or something. That's true. Yeah. So it's like, it's not the same thing, holding on to useless junk versus like holding on to gear that you've invested in and like may use one day. So like, I like to think that I'm holding on to gear, and that even the useless junk, I feel like I've done a good job of consolidating and kind of keeping in their own useless junk boxes in the basement. But I don't know. I'm very careful to not like get rid of stuff willy-nilly, because I've seen too many times been like, ooh, that I make a life change, I change direction, and then all of a sudden, oh, would have been really nice to have that. Would have been really nice to have that college textbook. Would have been really nice to have that syllabus that I used to have. Would have been really nice to have that instrument that I used to own. Would have been really nice to have that chord that I didn't know where it went to, but now I know where it goes, and I can't find its duplicate. It's so, yeah. So the moral of the story is never get rid of anything. You heard it here first on the GoodBerean experience. The only thing with me and video streaming is that I am in high school right now and play cross country, baseball, and I play in a marching band. So I rarely find myself with time anymore to do anything. I mean, that's totally fair too, right? And it's like, you got to prioritize. You got to like know your limits and know like what you can do and what you can't do. Like, right now, for the past 6 months, I've been, investing my time and energy in this streaming thing. And that means that it's been at the expense of other things that I could have been doing for this past 6 months, right? There are other things that I enjoy, that are important to me, that I just haven't invested time in because I've made a deliberate choice to redirect my priorities for a time. And so there's something to that too, where you kind of just have to make choices to redirect priorities for a time, and that means you leave something else aside that you used to care about, and maybe you still do care about. But that's okay, because there may be another time down the road where you redirect your priorities again, and all of a sudden that thing that you had invested time in previously comes back to the forefront. Case in point, like my music stuff, where it's like, I'm a little rusty. I haven't really been practicing that much the last couple of years, but like getting back into it, picking back some stuff back up. It's like, okay, but like all those years, like learning these instruments, working on flute and clarinet and saxophone, and like really those days of practicing consistently, and reinforcing my fundamentals, like, have paid off in the sense that like I could take an extended period of time off and then come back and still like retain a lot of where I used to be. Guess you're still in high school. Don't feel bad about being a year older than your dad. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, 1780 and still in high school. Crazy. No experience is wasted. I truly believe that. Yeah, and it really, yeah, and it just all kind of culminates in like the more stuff you learn, like even this little like venture into tech that I've had, like I'm convinced that there's gonna be there's certainly stuff that I've learned and developed that it, you know, from that time, that will be able to pay dividends in the future in some ways that I can't yet see. To play multiple instruments, I only play drums. Yeah, I play, so saxophone is my primary instrument, and then I like to say flute and clarinet are the, like, saxophone, flute, clarinet are the only instruments that you would want. You are the only instruments you'd want me to play professionally. Like, if you want to hire me for a gig, hire me on those instruments. Outside of that, I dabble in a bunch of instruments, but I don't play them all, any of them particularly well. So, you know, I could teach a 5th grader how to play trombone, but don't hire me for a trombone gig. So that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah. So, all right. So where are we going here? Speaking of nothing is wasted, well, how do we not waste the rest of our day here? Obviously, boiler room weight gains is huge, but let's see what else we can accomplish here. Commissary is the only commissary, like, leads us off to the side. Oh, we can't do commissary though, and empty closets waste. So I guess we do spare bedroom, right? I'm also trying to like think, where's the HVAC system going? We want HVACery is what we want. Ooh, sleep mask? Ooh. Gosh, I gotta say hi to a lot of people. Welcome in, Starry. Good to see you. How are you doing? Yeah, that's awesome that you have so many things that you're doing so early on. Like, you know, it's, you know, like you keep saying, like, none of those experiences are wasted. So you never know when those things are gonna, like, the things you're doing now are gonna crop back up in the future. So, you know, keep at it, and you know, eventually, different things will rise to the surface at different times. What do we do? I guess we use our only key. Ugh. I don't want to use my only key, but it is my only key. Ooh, unless we go storeroom. Hi, Scratchy, Mule, Pops, Shogun, Cat, and AVG. Yeah, I think half of those people are not here anymore, but thanks for saying hi to everyone, Starry. Appreciate that. How are you doing? What's going on in your world? We've made some Mondo gains today. We have discovered that our mom is a spy. We have finally gotten into the safety deposit box in the vault that we've been hoarding the key for like 20 days in game, and maybe out of game too. You got your grandma's, very nice. Yeah, still good to say. I'm not saying you shouldn't say hi. I just think it's funny. It's like half of those people are not even here anymore, but you're still just making the point of saying hi to everyone, and I appreciate that. We also, so other thing gain that we've made is we finally figured out the boiler room, and we got the HVAC system started. So I'm very zealous to figure out how to make that work. We go pantry here. I don't really want to go storeroom. Won't be able to stay long. I'm gonna try to stay as long as possible. Well, yeah, I appreciate you. Don't know how much longer we'll be going. I mean, we're still pretty early in the day, or in the stream, but so we're at least gonna go for like another hour or so. But we'll depend on, it just depends on how everything is gonna go here. Pantry. I'm on the lookout for HVAC stuff, because now we have the HVAC system working. I want to see what HVACery we can get up to. It's locked. Never mind. We can't get it up to any HVACery up here. All right. Well, let's go. Do we go this way? I guess we can go this way. Ooh. Nook. I think this is a Nook play. I think we go Nook here. Yeah. Sick. Ooh. Observatory. Oh, we can't get. We don't have a key. We don't have gems. No, I want the observatory. Well, that's not good then, because archives suck. Darkroom. Okay, so hear me out. Archives sucks forever. Darkroom sucks one time. So I think we go Darkroom here, and then we can go the long way or back through entrance hall if we really need to. So let's do that. Let's go this way. See if there's any items on here that we can collect. I wonder if you need the lights on to collect the items. Who knows? Oh, never mind. It's a security door anyway. Who cares? Let's go this way. All right. So I kind of want to go back down towards entrance hall rather than continue through pantry. Actually, I mean, we're right here, so we might as well keep going pantry, right? Because otherwise I won't ever want to come back here. Alrighty. So this, what VIP do? Like it's like the stream VIP. Like I actually don't even know. I just know it's a thing that people can do. That people do. It's up here, but I'm pretty sure we have it unlocked now that we've got I forget the conditions for it, but I'm pretty sure we achieved the conditions so I can do VIP. So no, wait, so no extra bonuses? I didn't actually understand that I needed to explain VIP. I don't actually know what it does. I just know that people get things. Like I just know that it's a you know, it's a redeem that a lot of people have. And it's something that I can give at my discretion. So perhaps I should do some more research into what VIP actually does. But I was kind of hoping that one would just speak for itself. Maybe if there are any Twitch experts in chat that can enlighten me as to the purpose and perks of VIP, I would be much appreciative. While I do not want any spoilers and blueprints, I will happily welcome VIP Twitch spoilers. Dude, we still can't get the observatory. I need gems. Dude, I need some gems. You go corridor. I guess we go corridor here. I just got Twitch 2 days ago, so I'm kind of new. Oh no, everybody's a noob. Nobody knows what VIP is doing. Holy cow. Well, welcome in. Two days ago, and you're already hanging out with theater popcorn and moi. Well, glad you're you know, hope you are enjoying the stay. Today random woke up at 3 a.m. and the only reason was that the sleeping gummy ran out. What is when I wake up at 3 a.m. it's usually because it's really warm and I can't sleep when it's really warm, or because I'm extraordinarily stressed. One of those two. Ooh, do we rotate? Okay, hear me out. We actually know. So hear me out. The dove coat is cool because every time the dove coat gets pulled, we get to rotate floor plans. For that reason, it's actually not a good idea to ever go to dove coat. I suppose we could, just because I don't know if there's any like lore things to do there. But in terms of, you prefer niche streams? Well, nothing's nicher than us. Actually, that's not true. I bet there's a lot more niche streams. Like a PNG tuber playing blueprints does not exactly scream niche. But if I don't get those sleeping gummies, they stay up till like 3 to 6 a.m. Dang, yeah. So is it like, is it like melatonin or something? Dang, yeah. Sleep can be tricky. When I was a kid, I always had trouble falling asleep, and so I just read in bed for like multiple hours, just waiting to become tired enough to fall asleep. Now that I'm an adult, I can just stay up late enough that I don't have that I can fall asleep when I'm ready for it. I don't care. You just call them sleepy gummies. It's probably melatonin, because I've taken that in the past where it's like a gummy that's like melatonin in a gummy form, and you take like one like an hour before bed, and then it's supposed to help you sleep. But So, okay. So anyway, here's our plan. We do want to go to Dovecote eventually, at least once, just so I can see what's actually there. But we kind of want to leave it in the draft pool so that we can continue to get the rotate skill. So I think here's the plan. We pull the rotate the gate, then we make Nook face north, and then we go Nook. That's the plan. There we go. Yep. I don't have too much trouble sleeping, but I don't want to, especially over summer break. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, you gotta make the most out of your summer. But that said, sleep is good because you get good sleep, and then everything else kind of falls into place. All right, we still don't have any gems for observatory. We could go study. While drafting, you may spend gems to redraw floor plans. Well, that doesn't super help us. Trying to get the most out of summer, I just do it to grind Roblox. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's I guess that's a way to use your summer as well. Study actually isn't the great plan here. I think East Wall King is a great plan here. More geometry dash guy. Everyone's in, man. The whole theater popcorn crowd's really into geometry dash, huh? So enough of you guys come over here, and I may have to start doing some geometry dash. I've never actually played geometry dash. I've seen theater popcorn and a couple other guys do it a little bit, but I haven't actually given it a try myself. I mean, is demons is that a level of geometry dash, or like a class of geometry dash level? Might have to watch a couple streams. Yeah, I mean, demons is a difficult. Okay, yeah, got it. Yeah, I mean, I would, if I were to just stream it, I would have to start at like super baby mode because I've never played it. And the little bit I have seen of some other people doing the hard levels is like, wow, that seems really overwhelming. I don't know how you learn to do that, but I imagine it would just be from like muscle memory of building up the mechanics over time. It's like a harder difficulty than like easy and normal. Okay. Different levels, but it's pretty hard, generally pretty hard levels. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if enough people want geometry dash, we'll give the people what they want, but we'll see how it goes. I'm having a lot of fun with blueprints and Silksong Steel Soul. So okay, what am I actually doing here? Let's I kind of want to go this way. Ooh, what do we do? That's actually a pretty good workshop because it gives us straight off into the foundation. I think we'll go workshop here. And then, oh, and then the security door opens. Good thing that was a security door. Oh, we got the lever. Okay, so for those that are not in the know, we need pieces of broken lever to activate levers so that we can open the antechamber, because there's like 3 special rooms that have levers, but some of the levers are broken, and so you need a broken lever to kind of use the lever and open the doors. I don't think I doubt this will become a antechamber. Alternatively, we can combine the sledgehammer with the broken lever and get something. Shovel compass. The dowsing rod. Ooh, I kind of have to figure out what that is. All right, dowsing rad. Yep, dowsing rod. While drafting, dowsing rods point towards rooms that may contain more items today than usual. Okay, that's cool. I don't know if it's cooler than a shovel. Like, the shovel's pretty rad. Shovel has gotten us out of a lot of sticky situations. And there's literally holes in here that I probably should have dug up before using my shovel in my Frankenstein experiment. What does shovel do? It lets me dig holes. So this dirt patch that's down here, I could, if I had used my brain for like 3 seconds just now, I could have used the shovel to dig up this hole. And sometimes there's like a coin or like a key or something. Sometimes there's nothing, but what I could have done is I could have came in here, used the shovel, then gone back over there, and then created the dowsing rod. But instead, I didn't use my brain, so here we are. Okay, and the boudoir the boudoir has goody goodness. Oh, we can also go. Yeah, I think we go boudoir here. Yeah. Because we get a gem. That's actually, yeah. Boudoir is the goat. Oh, there's so much stuff. Magnifying glass, 2 coins, and a key, and a gem. Okay, we go over here. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff in the... So there's stuff in the courtyard. We could go courtyard. We don't have a shovel. We used up our shovel. Why did we use our shovel? Such a bad plan. But these also suck, dude. So I kind of have to go courtyard. We can't do anything in there. I almost want to go back. Yeah, in fact, I'll come in here just to see. Okay, we get a metal detector. Do we already have a metal detector? I don't think so. Okay, we have a metal detector. We've got all these holes we can't dig up. But maybe we get a commissary. We'll be able to buy a shovel. That would be epic. I think the goal now is to get the commissary. E. I think E was the last time too. We've been recording the letters that are written there. Poorly, I might add. Also, here's my notepad. I don't think I've shown this off yet. Scratchy. So here's my grand old notepad of yore. It has all of the notes that I've recorded about anything that's even remotely interesting or could possibly be part of a puzzle. We were warned very early on that you should probably use have a notepad nearby. And so on the first stream, I grabbed a piece of scratch paper and wrote some stuff down, and then quickly realized that was gonna not work at all, because I was gonna write super illegibly and like super scattered, and it's gonna be super difficult. So we went with notepad. Very useful for puzzle games. Yeah, and I'm not usually like a note taker during puzzle games. This is the kind of puzzle game you need to have a notepad for. All right. What do we got? Let's go East Hall Wing. We go up. We'll use one of our keys. Yeah, we need the notepad or we'd be in super duper trouble. All right. We can't do that. Oh no, this is the worst. I can't redraw anything. We don't have any gems, so I can't go master bedroom. I can't go nursery. We have to go maid's chamber, which ruins our day. Holy cow. Oh, but at least we have the sleep mask, so we at least get some stuff out of it. But like, gosh dang, guys. Is there even anything in here? No, of course not, because it's a red room. Why would anything good be in a red room? Joke's on us. Do we use our last key on this? What it's Yes, a red room bad. Yeah, red room's bad. So red rooms always have some kind of negative consequence. So like the dark room, for instance, any rooms you draft from this room, like it's like blacked out. Like you can't actually see. So you're pulling like the room's blind. And then like every other red room also has some kind of negative thing. So like this is just empty. The chapel makes you lose a coin every time you enter it. The archives make it so that from now on, anytime you draw, you try to draft a room, one of the three is going to be obscured, and so you can't see it. Furnace makes you more likely to draw red rooms, which is horrible. Weight room makes you lose half your steps, which is the worst. Gymnasium makes you lose 2 steps every time you enter it. So they're just pretty bad. Red room is bad. Yeah, ow. There's some synergies you can do with it. So like we created in my infinite wisdom, I updated my closet, which normally has 2 items in it, to an empty closet, which has 0 items in it, except if it's adjoined to a red room, in which case it'll have 4 items to it in it. Because for some reason I thought that was going to be a good upgrade. We've ended up using that like 3 times since we upgraded it, and we upgraded it. I think it was our first room upgrade, so it must have been like stream 1 or 2 that we did that. It's not been a great. It's not paid off particularly much. But have we learned our lesson? Not really. But did we at least have fun along the way? Also not really. Went from a full closet to an empty closet with possibly stuff in it. Yeah, I really don't know what my brain was thinking. I was thinking like, oh, like because it's a dead end and a lot of red rooms have multiple exits, maybe I could like attach it to one of the red room exits and then get a bunch of stuff from it. But like, I don't know, like the logic has not really played out, because almost all the time that I draw it, it's like it does not give me what I want. I have expected it to draw it there. Well, so here's another. It's like we can't get any gems, so we have to go chapel here. The chapel just ruins our day. Oh, but do we get coins? Coins are here. Sometimes there are coins here. Okay, so we gain some coins. What if we go south first? Mail room. Not a bad place for mail room. Order placed. Okay, so if we get mailroom next time, we should draw it, because then we'll get a package here that's delivered to us. I don't see any items. Like I've read all these notes before, so I don't need to read them again. Also, I've totally forgotten about the vac system. We need to be paying attention to the vac, what the vac system gives us. I don't think we've seen anything that actually has the vac system, though. That's the problem. Gosh dang it. Okay, we need to go. Okay, we have to go parlor here because we need some gems. We just need them. It's just what needs to happen. So now let me introduce you to my favorite game in the whole. It's like my favorite mini game in the whole game. So this is the parlor game. Up until this stream, I actually have had a perfect win record on the parlor game. This stream was the first time that I didn't actually win completely, because the logic puzzle just eluded me. I spent a lot of time on it, but the way that it works is that there are 3 boxes. Oh, and there's still something here. Hold on. Oh, car keys. That's cool. I don't think we'll ever get to the garage in this on this day, but it's good to have, I guess. So the way this works, there's 3 boxes. One of the boxes always tells the truth. Ooh, logic. Yes. No, this is logic. This is why this is my favorite game. One of the boxes always tells the truth. One of the boxes always lies, and one of the boxes could go either way. We're not sure. The other rule is that there's going to be gems in exactly one of these boxes, never more than one. So we have to use logic to solve the puzzle and figure out which box has the gems. So the gems are not in this box. Okay, so that could be either true or false. The gems are in this box. Okay, so that could be either true or false. The white box is true. Okay, so let's suppose the white box is true. then that means the gems are in this box. But if that means, if this is true and this is true, remember that one of the boxes has to be a liar, which would make this the liar. But if this is the liar, that means the gems are in this box. And that would mean the gems are in both this box and this box. But like I said before, one of the rules is that the gems are only ever in one box. So it can't be the case that both of these gems contain both of these boxes contain the gems. Therefore, this cannot be true. So the white box is false. If the white box is false, then the gems are not in this box. But if this is false and this is false, then remember, one of the boxes has to be true. So that makes this box true. So if the gems are not in this box and the gems are not in this box, the gems have to be in this box, which means the black box contains the gems. Yeah, so the other thing that I forgot to mention, just because this is the true box does not mean this is the box with the gems in it. We determined by logic that these are the liars and this is the truther. However, we still have to actually solve the puzzle and figure out where the gems are. So this is the true box, but knowing that this is the true box tells us that the gems aren't in it and that the gems are elsewhere. And so that was actually one of the easier puzzles. The one we had earlier in this stream was pretty brutal. We spent quite a bit of time on it. And then even then, I totally flubbed it and did not. I still don't actually understand what I did wrong. I feel like I narrowed it down to 2 possibilities that it could be, and neither of them actually ended up panning out. So I like catastrophically failed that one. But that's the first time that's happened. Every other time I've been able to succeed, at least in some way. And so we got 2 gems from that, which means now I guess we go back. I guess we just go back here to Maid's Chamber, use our last key, and then see if we can make any progress in the gem department. Because now that we have gems, we're not like locked into doing a bad pull like we have been. It might also not be a bad time to do some chicanery here. Because let's be real. Are we actually going to be using the broken lever? Metal detector and sledgehammer. Burning glass. What is this? Yeah, it's super fun. Yeah, it's like I say, it's my favorite. My favorite part, like mini game in this whole game. A rather crude burning glass. What? I think that looks great. Can light candles and ignite fuses. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is huge. You have no idea how huge this is. Okay. We need to get my notepad up. I've been preparing for a time such as this. All right. Candles. Nope. Where are the candles? So we've been given clues that there's cool things happen when you light candles. And so I've been paying attention to these special candlesticks that have shown up in various rooms. So there's one in the chapel. There might be one in the den. I think I saw something that could possibly be lit in the den. Same with the dining room. West Wing Hall, which is like right there. Tomb, which absolutely has stuff that we can light. But the problem is the tomb is one of the outside rooms, so we need to actually figure out a way to save this item for another day, which we can do if we pull the claim check room, the bag check room. So, and we know that's in the draft pool because I've rejected it. I've already turned it down a lot. I don't know what happens. This is why this game is so exciting, because it's like I'm now about to discover some brand new thing. So I think here's what we do. We have 43 steps. We have plenty to work with. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to the chapel. We're gonna light some candles and we're gonna see what the frick happens. Holy cow. What a freaking day, dude. We're learning so much. The HVAC thing alone, I was ready to be like, okay, that's all we need. No, now we get to light candles. Is it a safe? Is there a safe? What is this? Piggy bank. The keeper of tithes. The chapel's resident guardian, tasked with the sacred duty of keeping the money accumulated from chapel offerings. Oh my goodness. It's a piggy bank. So here's what I kind of want to not break it yet. I kind of want to not break it yet because I feel like we don't really have anything to spend the money on. We need a shop to buy stuff with. We need a shop to actually like, that's actually going to have something worth buying. And we don't have that right now. And two, I don't know if this comes back or not. So I think we go not yet. It's like the well, kind of. Yeah, exactly. It's a similar situation to the well. So between the well and the piggy bank, we've actually got super mondo stuff that we can do. But we are fast approaching another ad break. So I'm gonna run a quick ad break again. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, and we'll figure out what else we can light. All right, and we're back. Hope everyone had a good ad break. Isn't lighting a candle in the chapel equivalent to praying? Is it? Is that the symbolism there? I'm not sure. But okay, so this is huge gains right here. What else? So I'm kind of thinking that it's, I think for Catholics, but I've never been one. Yeah. Yeah, same. So, so I know that I am thinking that it's probably like this particular kind of pedestal that works, which the only ones I know for sure are this one and then the ones in the tomb. I do want to double back to some of the rooms that we've had that possibly have stuff in that we can light. So like the den, we don't have the access to the West Wing Hall, but we might be able to if we go to Entrance Hall. But I think what I want to do here, because if we can't get to den, that's this time, that's all right. I think what I want to do here is we go up to the maid's chamber, we use our key, and then the goal then becomes getting the coat closet. Because if we can get the coat closet, we can store our burning glass for a rainy day. And yeah, if we can store our burning glass for a rainy day, then we store it. We wait until we get the tomb. As soon as we pull the tomb, we run back inside, grab try to get the coat closet, and then grab the burning glass, and use it to light the candles in the tomb. That's our long-term plan. So in the meantime, what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually head right to maid's chamber, and see if we can get to what we need. Dude, I missed my shovel already. Can't believe I used up my shovel. Every single time I don't get a shovel, or I waste my shovel, it's a sad day. I should basically just constantly have a shovel equipped. All right, we open this door. What do we get? Well, none of the... I guess we go drawing room. It's not even a good orientation for drawing room, dude. Fine, we'll go drawing room because I really need my run to not end here. I suppose technically I could go back down to the entrance hall and keep going this way, but I don't know. We need good things to happen to us is what needs to happen. I want to know. So we know about this safe here. Maybe I don't want to waste too much time on this, but I just want to kind of like consider it while we're here. We know that there's a safe. We know that 8 dates crack 8 safes. So that whatever this safe combination is, we know it's a date. We also know that we don't need to brute force it, because the 2 safes that we've opened, we've solved with actual like reasoning, right? One of them we had to like figure out what the day was and then time the safe to open on the correct day and time that we expected. And then the other one we opened because we saw that it was the date, it's that there was a significance to the day that the safe itself was purchased or gifted. And so this one also has to have some kind of significance. Who is that? Is that anyone? I don't know if it's anybody that I recognize from the game. Slow down. Slowing down. Just slow. Move slow. Lamp. I love lamp. Can I light these with my blowtorch? I cannot. Use your mind brain. GoodBerean. Who is that? No one of importance. But there's a line. A foot. But feet aren't what's important. I thought I saw something, but I might be wrong. There's a phone, but there's no numbers on it. Abraham Lincoln? Is it Abraham Lincoln? Well, I was trying to think of the greatest sorcerer of all time, so of course I thought of Abraham Lincoln. So I based my character off of good old Abe. No, it's giving Abraham Lincoln, but he's not Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, probably not. I think these are just random people in pictures. This isn't a random person. This is Herbert. This is Grunkle Herbert right here. We know him. We've seen pictures of him. But what's important about him? That's just a clock, which shows the real time in game. The other one had like a clear puzzle though, right? The other one had like, it was obvious, like there was a picture of the safe at Christmas time, so obviously it was Christmas. This one, what's the puzzle? We're clearly not meant to just brute force something with the phone number. Maybe, but but it's like, what is that, just 4? That doesn't tell us anything. The number 4 is meaningless to us, and it's certainly not a date. This just tells us about how the drawing room works. There's one of the amount of people when they show up in the pictures. Yeah, but it's so here's what we know. I guess so I'll start with I kind of want to solve this myself. Like I'm not necessarily looking for like theories from chat on this, because if you figure it out before I do, that's kind of not fun. Like it's fun for me to like figure it out, to kind of beat my head against the wall for a while and then like come to a realization. And it's even more funny if chat realizes it before I do. So if you ever think you've got the answer, just put a little GoodBerean glad in chat instead, and you can make fun of me for not being as fast as you. But also, the reason that I think that it's not just like the amount of something about the phone number or the amount of pictures or anything like that is because of this thing right here. So we've gotten it. We have on good authority from other puzzles in the game that there's this secret code that we've managed to decipher throughout the whole by solving a different puzzle. And the puzzle is and the secret message is, if we count small gates, 8 dates crack 8 safes. So what that means is there are 8 safes throughout the game. Well, technically there are 7. There's 7 safes and 1 small gate. The 7 safes, so making 8. So if we count the small gate, then it makes 8 safes. All 8 of those safes, or all 7 of those safes plus the small gate, are guarded by combinations that are dates, because 8 dates crack 8 safes. And we've proven that out because the 2 safes that we've cracked plus the small gate that we've cracked have all been dates of substance. For one of them, there was a picture of Christmas time, and the gate and the safe was received on Christmas time, and so the date was Christmas. One of them was there was a picture of the gate with and also a tree carved with a date of like a heart, with a heart. So like the date someone fell in love or met or got married or something. But that date was the combination for the gate. And then the third one, technically it didn't have a combination, but knowing the date and being able to plan around that was the key to unlocking the safe. So all of the safe, whatever the safes are, whatever the combination is, we know, one, it's a date or has something to do with a date, and two, it's something that is going to make sense. Like, it's not just a random date, right? So I could just pull up the, you know, all of the different dates that we've done, which I have done in the past, and just like brute force every date that I've tried, right? I could brute force our mom's fake passport and see if her date of birth matches the safe. But what's the logic behind that, right? Why would I try to do that? Even if that ends up being right, I haven't solved the puzzle. I haven't figured out why that's the correct date. So there's more. I think there's more to discern here, and I don't know if the answer is in this room. And I think maybe that's where I'm getting thrown off. The answer is probably not in this room. The answer probably is surrounding the lore of this room and the lore of who's doing these drawings and why, and where else the drawings occur. We know that one of the classrooms has drawings. I know that it was like 4th grade. That was art. And we did, I think it was 3rd grade, actually. Maybe it was 5th grade? I don't know. One of the grades was art. I've actually been there. And I didn't discern anything important about about dates there, but maybe that's the answer, right? Or maybe there's some other thing that we have yet to come across that explains the origin of all the pictures and why we should care about a date that's happening here. So there's lots we have not yet fully unpacked yet. I think we're gonna leave this for now, and we're gonna go north, and we're gonna figure out what else we're trying to do. So it's telling us that there's stuff in the lavatory. I don't really want to do that because our goal is still coat check. We still need coat check. So I kind of want, we could redraw, but this is actually a pretty good place for security. So I think here's what we do. We go security. And that's a security door. That's not good. I'm also a little concerned by the fact that we have not seen a utility closet this whole game. Or this whole stream. I'm kind of worried that I might have adjusted the utility closet's appearance settings to be a little too low, because now I feel like it's like just not even making it into the draft pool. Also, to just explain what I'm doing here, so this is the keycard settings. So we can basically set the security level to low, medium, or high, and that basically dictates how many security doors show up as opposed to regular locked doors. The further north we go, the more likely a door is to be locked, either with a regular lock that needs a key or with a security door that specifically needs the security key. We don't have the security key, so we want to set the security level to low so that as few security doors show up as possible. However, and then additionally, we also want to change the offline mode, because if we put it to unlocked, that means that if if the system were ever to lose power somehow, or if the house were ever to lose power somehow, like disabling the power, like if we were to get to the utility box and flip the breakers, we could. Then that means an offline security door is by default unlocked, and that's what we want. Because so basically what's happening here is we're minimizing the chance of needing the security key, and then if we ever find the breaker box, then we get to bypass security doors forever instantly. It's kind of hard to like explain this game because there's so many layers that we like unpack over time. Also, vac system. I wonder if it has to be like connected directly to the boiler room. Surely not. I wonder if we have to. What if we set the boiler room to go this way? Does it activate this vac system? Is my question. Locked. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna go find out because we can't keep going here. Where else can we go? Kind of stuck unless we go back to entrance hall. So We have 31 steps. I kind of want to do... Oh, and so we can pass through the dining room anyway. Okay, so here's what I want to do. We're going to go back to the boiler room. We're going to redirect the HVAC system to go north, and we're going to head back to security to see if that does anything here. While we're doing that, we're going to pass through the dining room, and we're going to eat a meal, because now that we're at the 8th rank, dinner is served. Okay. Also, have I missed anything in the estates? One coupon book. Wait. Where was the coupon book? Now I'm thinking that I've seen it and I just didn't even realize it was an item to pick up. So we'll keep an eye out on that for along the way here. Okay, coupon book. Coupon book. Any coupon books in chat? No coupons here. I can picture it, but I can't remember where I saw it. Well, that doesn't look like a coupon book. None here. Yep, no coupon book in there. Maybe is it... No, oh, no coupon books in chat. Oh, dang it. I was really hoping for that. Oh, do we go back this way? It might have been in the parlor, dude. Was it the parlor that I saw that? Or it might have been mail room. I don't remember. We've got the steps for it, and we're going to eat a tasty meal anyway. So let's just do it. All right, none of this stuff looks like the coupon book. Gosh, where did I see it? I even remember seeing it too, and I just didn't even clock that what it was. But like now that they've said it, it's like, oh, of course that was the coupon book. Just don't remember. Ugh. That's not it. It's not in here. It's not here. Is it up? Parlor? Parlor, you keeping your coupon books from me? No, those are just regular books. Where was it? Oh, I'm losing coin too. It's better be a worth it coupon book, dude. Maybe the most couponiest book I've ever seen. None of those. Oh no, this is the. Oh, here's the coupon book. This is what happens when I don't click on everything. Save 1 coin on each purchase you make in the estate. Well, it took me like, I just wasted like 3 coins even coming back here. So that hardly is going to be a worthwhile investment, especially because there's not even, have we even gotten any shops? I don't think so. We don't even have the commissary. All right, well that was, how do you make a book more coupon-y? By, I don't know, putting more coupons in it? Like... making the coupons save more money? I don't know. There's a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of solid answers to that question. Okay. Dinner is served. Epic. It looks like steak. Dude, I could just go for some steak. Dinner is served. Porterhouse steak. A delightfully expensive steak cut. Bone in and extra marbled for maximum tenderness. A perfect dish for those who love extravagance. We don't have a showroom, so unfortunately we just get the 30 steps. And I kind of want to just have it now because I don't know if we'll have the steps to get back here later. So we'll take the 20. I think that'll be more than enough to get us where we need. Although we may not be able to make it back up the security. We kind of need, I don't know, we just kind of got to take our chances here. Also, have we used both of our nooks? Actually, no, yes, we have used both nooks. Oh, I totally forgot our actual goal, which was not to go down, but to go up. Because we want to do this. We're redirecting north. I guess we do go around here because we're never gonna come back here again. Also, while I'm here at the library, I want to just make sure. So we do have the second floor that has all these records. And normally I don't care about this because I remember everything that matters. But gotta use the restroom, but I can still hear you. Okay. All right. Scrapbook. This is what we want because what did we want? Contraptions I've made. Yes. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I have like a recipe book of the items so that I don't forget how to make the burning glass. We're not going to need to remake it, but in the case that we do, we know where to go to get the recipe. And I'm actually not going boiler room. Going den. And why? Speaking of burning glass, let's see if we cannot light these candles. Okay, rude. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend again. Okay, so that means I can officially update my notepad. And no, candles. Goodness. Where are the candles? Not in the den. Oh, we also just went past the dining room. Oh, it's okay. We'll go back there. We'll get back to the dining room. We've got plenty of steps for it. I don't think we could even like, yeah, we only have like 5 rooms that we could get to. Like, so it's like we wouldn't even be able to run out of steps if we tried. Well, I guess if we tried really hard to run out of steps, we could, but it's unlikely. I just want to see. There's nothing in here that we can light, right? I don't see anything lightable. Okay. Okay, we go hallway with the locked trunk that we can't open. Or we go billiard room and get something, maybe. I want to go locked hallway, and then hopefully we get the billiard room after or something similar. Boy, remember I thought this was a good idea to do the locked trunk? Oh, wait, sledgehammer. I'm a genius. Key City. All right, so sick. All right, so we do now have a way forward in security. Let's go this way first. Conservatory. Dude, we can't. Oh, we don't have a gem. I'm a dumb face, dude. Pants. Yep. Pants is that's how we do it. Oh, and we do have the utility closet. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's just quite a choice. I think here's what we do. I think we go utility closet because here's what we can do. That. Oh, and we can also turn on the vac system. Hold on. We solved this before, so let me see if I can solve it again. So blue plus red. No. Red plus, and then you press blue and it becomes purple. And then red, purple. 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 I think that's what we need, yeah? Oh, I guess we could just, at least while we're here. Gymnasium's on, dark room, garage. I'm still not sure what the purpose of turning gymnasium off is. We've done that before, and it didn't actually yield any results. So I'm not going to go do it right now, but kind of confused. All right. Well, we've hopefully turned the vac system on. I'm really not clear on the purpose of that still, but let's just empty out the rest of this while we can. Never mind. All right, we got a dead end or a dead end. It says there's good stuff in the lavatory, but this has so much good stuff. key plus gem plus coin, 10 coins. We have to do storeroom. Like there's no way we're passing up storeroom to go lavatory. I don't care if there's the freaking Mona Lisa in the lavatory. We're not passing up storeroom. Okay. All right, so we've done everything we need to here. Which is actually a pretty big win. We got several keys, we got a gem, we got some coins, and most importantly, we turned off the security door. So this means we can go to security again, and we have the steps for it. It's going to be a bit of a stretch, but we can get there. I was just thinking about like, wait, did I have the sleep mask when I entered the bedroom and the guest bedroom at first? But now I'm like too far away for it to be justified. Can I light these candles? I don't think so. Yeah, so it literally is the candles with that specific pattern. So that's going to be a no-go on the dining room candle-o. Yeah, so not here. Possibly the West Wing Hall, but there wasn't even any candles, so just the lampstands. Just the golden lampstands. That's what it represents, right? It's not about the candle, it's about the lampstand. Yeah, I don't think Darkroom's not worth it there. What I do care about is when you get up here, is the vac system on? That is the main thing I am concerned with. I cannot tell. It's just so unclear. Oh, but no, it's clearly off. So does it need to be attached to the boiler room to make the connection? Is that how that works? It seems really weird. Also, what is this? Has this always been blue? Is there something being recorded here? I mean, obviously. The vault. Isn't the vault usually... Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. We've been in all these rooms, yeah? What is this? Maybe not this room. I was gonna say it's the showroom, but it doesn't look like the showroom. It's something else. Nursery, archives, nook, ballroom, vault, pool. That's the showroom. Security, office, walk-in closet, spare room. Which is weird because it doesn't have the bed in it, but it's supposed to. What is it called? The room we were just in, the storeroom. One of the hallways, not sure which one. Probably the West Wing Hall because it's cleaner. What's that? Another nook, vault, wine cellar, library, music room. I wonder if this is telling us, because I was thinking that these are always the same every time, because this is pretty much, vault's pretty much always over here. But now I'm wondering, is this like a preview of like which rooms are actually in the draft pool? That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, now that the doors are offline, we can just go up here and get trapped. We can go no further. I mean, we could go kitchen, but we don't even have we can't even access the antechamber. Oh no, but this is actually the worst thing ever because we can't save the flaming thing. No, that's horrible. And we're actually soft locked, right? We can't move any further. Dang. I guess we'll go kitchen and just see. Oh, I forgot about the the bonus though. Ouch. Yeah, and guess what? We got a reroll die because of the bonus that I forgot about. Also, whose food is there a dog? We could buy some food, but like, what's the point? The water's still on. I turned the, there was a whole side quest where we turned the water on from the fountain in the kitchen, but I don't actually what the purpose is. No, the purpose is. Yeah, I mean, we could get more steps, but like to what end? Because we're soft locked. I think the only other thing. So I guess I'll get more steps because, and how many red rooms we have? 1, 2, 3. That's not very much. 5 for every red room. Oh, that's still quite a bit. Okay, so we'll get the tomato soup. Epic. And then we're gonna go back to workshop because now that we know we're soft locked, there is yet another thing that I have a goal to accomplish, and it is. What I want to do, broken lever plus sledgehammer. What does this do? Oh, we can't, it's not yet sufficient. There's another thing that it needs. I feel like we've built this before and I just forgot what it was. Maybe we can go back, can we go back to the library and figure it out? Where's the library? Way down there. We might be able to make it. 16 steps. Yeah, we'll probably make it. Okay. Let's go back to the library and see if we can end off in the library. I think this will be the last run for the day anyway. I'm getting pretty tired and just seems like a good time to end it. But let's get back. But before we end it, we're not ending yet because we still have more. We also have more. We never really made much progress with the HVAC system either. Like, what's the goal? What did we accomplish? What was the point? What can we do with the HVAC system now that we found it? No, what we wanted to do is go up here and look at our equipment recipe. Here. Okay, so the magnifying glass plus the metal detector is burning glass. Broken lever. We already knew that. Okay. Oh, so we haven't actually built this. Whatever thing we're trying to build with the broken lever and the hammer is and the sledgehammer is not yet built. We've actually built a lot of the contraptions. Yeah, remember when we bought the chronograph because I thought it was going to be a permanent fixture, and then guess what didn't happen? We kept the phone. We did not keep the phonograph. What do you mean maybe one day? We've been to the lavatory and it's a severe disappointment. We've avoided floor plans, lavatory, laundry room, and nursery. Lavatory, of course, because there's nothing good in there. The laundry room was mostly just because other good things happened instead. And nursery, I mean, the nursery's okay, but like it's usually not that great. And then we got it to 5th grade. Okay. Anything else to do before we leave for the day? I don't think. I guess because I guess we have the steps for it. Maybe elementary school kid doing is, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, no, so they actually had the in-game lore is that the school was being renovated for a season, and so they actually had like the school being run out of this house, which I don't know how anyone made it to class with that being the case. We can't even make it to 8th grade. We've highest we've gotten was 5th. Yeah. I got this running the right way, right? Yeah, probably. And I want to see. There's, yeah. No, but this also. This doesn't look like it's on either. So what's the deal? Oh, but there's a battery pack. Oh, but there's no way we have enough time to get enough steps to get back to the workshop from here. That's just no chance. And we have seen all of these pictures before, so this isn't anything worth looking at. But except for this one, because this, so the dates that I was talking about before, I don't have the magnifying glass, so I can't show you. But basically, this is the gate that we solved with the date. So 8 safes. If we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Yeah, and I know these look like they all have important messages and secret codes and stuff in them, but we've looked at these all before. And they're not to say that we've discerned everything that there is to discern, but I've done. There's nothing that I'm going to learn by looking at these right now that I haven't already learned. Who is that? That's not Mary. Hold on. Just as I say, there's nothing more to learn here. There's something more to learn here, certainly. Because, and the reason is because this is the office, and one of the safes is in the office, and we haven't cracked it yet. And if I look at... I don't know who this is. This isn't... I don't think this is a... I don't think this person is in the family tree. None of these look familiar. It could be Lady Ashlyn, but I don't know. It's really unclear. Well, so we haven't... That'll be another mystery to solve another day. Let me just think real quickly. Anything else that we can do while I'm here? I don't think so. I think we've done just about everything we can. Yeah, and with 4 steps, we couldn't even make it back anywhere else. So, all right. That's going to be it for day 37 then. That's actually going to be also it for the stream. So, let me exit, save and quit. All right. Huge gains today. Epic proportions. Like, what did we accomplish? We found out our mom is a spy. We opened we got our passport. We finally opened that safety deposit box that we've been gunning for ages now. We finally got the boiler room working and the HVAC system working. Still not sure what we can do with the HVAC system, but at least we have the room working, so we can work with that. We can, we've made some gains. What else? We got the blowtorch. We lit candles and stuff. Exactly. We got the blowtorch and figured out that there's a piggy bank that's saving all of the stuff. So in a way, Chapel kind of like retroactively is becoming good, because it's like you said, it's like the well, where we almost want to lose coins to Chapel. That actually would have been a good way to use the rest of our time, is to just walk back and forth depositing all our coins in Chapel. So that'll be a thing that we have to store in our brains for later, is anytime we have extra steps to spend and extra coins to store, go to the Chapel. And Chapel's secretly not a red room anymore. Honestly, Chapel's like secretly like a gold room now, because literally walking into it is like gold for future money. And I don't even know how many coins we've lost to the Chapel so far. Like we've had the Chapel on a lot of runs, and so I feel like, gosh, there's got to be at least like 40 coins in there. So the day we break that piggy bank, it's just game over. It's just over. But yeah, so we accomplished quite a bit. We learned a ton today, but we're gonna be back on Thursday. We're gonna continue with blueprints, hopefully continuing to learn a ton. Hopefully we'll get to the tomb and be able to light tomb. Although we have to rebuild the thing now. That's okay. We'll get there. We'll figure it out as we always do. How many streams have you been doing this? I think this is my 13th or 14th stream of blueprints. So we're like, we're any specific time you stream to? Yes. So I stream 7 p.m. Eastern time, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do blueprints, and Fridays we do Silk Song Steel Soul. I beat Silk Song like a month ago or so, and and then I've been going back and doing some Steel Soul runs, so deathless runs to try to beat the game without dying. Day 37 and 38, I could have been on the Chapel so many times. Yeah, so I mean, I don't think we got the Chapel every single day, but we got Chapel more often than we didn't, and the days that we did get Chapel, we usually entered it at least twice. So like, there's gotta be, and sometimes more than that. So, accounting for, sometimes we didn't even have coins to deposit, accounting for some days we just never pulled Chapel. Other days we walked in Chapel a ton. I'm gonna predict we probably have about 40 coins in the piggy bank, give or take a dozen. So that's a pretty solid investment. But we're gonna we'll save that for another day. Literally saving it for another day, because basically it's just gonna be like the well. We're just gonna keep amassing that money, and then there's gonna be some day where it makes sense to pull that trigger and we just do it. There's no point in doing it right now, because it's just gonna be, because we gotta have something worth buying and something that's gonna really pay off in the long run. Which I am cranky about the showroom upgrades not being permanent, but it's okay. With between the piggy bank and the well, we've got some good nest eggs. But yeah, so like I was saying, we're gonna be back on Thursday with some blueprints, 7 p.m. Eastern, unless I'm a little late. Probably won't be late because I cooked dinner tonight, which means if I'm a good boy, then I will not eat it all tomorrow, and then I'll have some for Thursday, and then I won't have to cook on Thursday, and then I will be on time for stream. But that's gonna be the plan. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thanks for Scratchy for coming in with the raid and then hanging out and giving a follow. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, and I hope you see you in another one. Thanks so much to Theater Popcorn for the raid again. Kat for always hanging out. Thanks to Starry for stopping by for a bit. Thanks to Mule for stopping by and for the shout out earlier. Thank you to Shogun for popping in with the raid, for AVG for the follow and the raid with the raid. So appreciate you guys all stopping by. Appreciate anyone who's just been lurking or hanging out. Anybody who is watching the VOD after the fact, I see you. I appreciate you. Speaking of the VODs, we're a little behind on the VOD upload schedule, but we will get back on track soon, believe you me. And then all the VODs will eventually be up to date, and then you'll be able to watch all the VODs that you missed. You should be back again. Yeah, I'd love to see you, Scratchy. It's been a pleasure hanging out, and hope to see you in another one. But that's gonna be it for tonight. I will not reiterate once again. No, I will reiterate once again that we're going to be back on Thursday. And I think that's it. So until next time, be good.